views and opinions you are about to hear are of the hosts and do not reflect the management, sponsors, or affiliates of Cave Radio Broadcasting.
Show. What else you wanna be? What else would you go? You be cold, you could be anywhere with the glow. Thank you for supporting this Detroit soul. Smart jazz home, country and rock and roll. Big easy, big outdoor, take control. It's bigger than the more K radio. It's bigger than the more K radio. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Hello.
Hi.
Jesus. Hello. That's better. Wow.
3, 2, welcome everybody to Big and Bigger here on Cave Radio Broadcasting, www.crbradio. Oh yeah, yours is killing.
Thank you.
crbradio.com. Episode number 207.
We're old.
207. Let me pull down that volume of the speakers over there. I can hear it. Yeah, episode number 207. Last week was episode number 206.
Figure that one out.
Wow.
How does that work? What's next week going to be?
It's called math.
I have a calculator if you want to.
Next week's
Yeah.
like
What's next?
257 or something like that.
No, it would be
Where are we at?
207.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
207.
258.
258. Welcome, everybody, to Big and Bigger here on Cave Radio Broadcasting, www.crbradio.com. You can catch us at that address, or you can catch us on Facebook Live, where we are streaming live on the Cave Radio Facebook page. We are also streaming live on the Cave Radio YouTube page, Cave Radio Broadcasting.
Okay.
We're also streaming live on the Cave Radio Twitter page, which is at Real Cave Radio. You can catch us on our app.
Hey, you know, we were just talking about the Native Howl, and Josh, the drummer, just tuned into the feed.
What's
so
up?
What's up, Josh?
Josh. I think they're in Massachusetts.
Congrats on the soon-to-be baby.
What?
Yeah.
The impending baby.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Uh-huh.
The drummer?
Yes.
Congratulations, Josh. Very cool. Yes, we are broadcasting live. You can go to our app if you wish. It's turn that down. Oh, that's me.
Hey, remember that first time on episode 206 where you forgot to turn your volume down?
That was me. You can catch us on our app, which is Cave Radio, all one word. You can catch us at on the Android and Apple iPhone, wherever you get your.
You're all about catching us today.
Yeah, it's not little either.
I know, right? It's not yet.
Not yet.
It will be. Yeah. Our little app.
Our little app. Yeah. Where else? That's it, right? No. You can say, "Hey Alexa, play Cave Radio."
Yep, that's true.
That's the new one. Hey Alexa, play Cave Radio, and you can have. I was going to say catch. You can.
You can catch us there.
You can catch us there.
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all. So anyway, welcome to Big and Bigger. We had the reunion, the Just Roll With It reunion on Monday.
Yeah, so you guys got ambushed.
Yeah, the freaking dudes from Bikes, Babes, and Booze
Shot you up, huh?
shot us with dart guns or whatever those, the Nerf guns.
Yep.
Al still has the ring around his eye from when my son hit him in the eye with a Nerf gun.
Right square in a ball.
But yeah, it was fun, man. We it had been like 3.5 years since we had done Just Roll With It, the original show here at Cave Radio Broadcasting, and myself, Dan Mayer, Brad Nestor, the original three, and then Bill Griffin. We all hung out on Monday night in Studio 2.
Did you stay awake the whole time?
95% of it.
Oh, yeah?
He was starting to fade at the end, and then he fell asleep here at the end of the night when we were all shooting the shit, finishing up the night. So, but yeah, we're thinking about doing it once a month.
Oh,
yeah, I think we're gonna do a remote from Brad's Tiki Bar.
nice.
The next one. So I think we might have someone come out, maybe doing a little acoustic thing or something like that. So yeah, we're talking about it. Probably be a month from whatever Monday was. So be on the lookout. Just Roll With It coming back once a month, maybe. We'll see if I can talk the boys into doing it. Dan and I are down. It's getting Bill and Brad to commit, because those guys live in Fenton, South Lyon, and Pinckney. You know, it's an hour drive for each of them to get here. You know, so. But Dawn, you did the Ladybug tournament yesterday.
Yeah, and I golfed.
How did you do?
Freaking hot.
Yeah, it was hot.
It was hot.
That's
I did pretty good
so you
though. I was
drank
pretty
extra.
impressed with myself.
You drank extra, I'm sure.
Were you
No,
impressed
I
with
drank a lot of
yourself?
water. I drank a lot of maybe because I was sober. I was more sober than drunk.
Were you impressed with yourself?
I was
Did you pat yourself on the back?
twice.
Oh, nice.
One really good drive and one chip right onto the green.
Ooh, look at you.
I
Who was on
pretty
your team?
excited. Patricia was on my team and Shannon Hamill Henry.
Oh, okay. Very cool. What'd you do this weekend, Al?
Softball Friday. We got knocked out of playoffs.
Oh, you could have made it down then, huh? Or did
We
you
got
play
done. It
2
was
games?
like 8:45ish or whatever, and so we sat in the parking lot, played cornhole until I got drunk, and
As you do.
as you do, and
Did you win at that?
yeah, and then yesterday I didn't do much. Anything. It was too hot.
Yeah.
Just stayed in the air with the dog, and today clean out. Finally got to clean out the garage a year after moving into the house. So
That's my last thing. I got to do that in the basement. The last 2 things I got to do at my house. So Friday night, I was kind of just poking fun at Al because he missed a great show. The Gasoline Gypsies absolutely fucking rocked. The Kid Rock's made in Detroit bar. They're going them and I think 3 other bands that we know: Trippin' Dixie, Rolling Blue, and Spiral Crush are all going for Kid Rock's. They're going to be the house band at Kid Rock's made in Detroit for every Red Wings game.
Oh, that's cool.
Every home Red Wings game. So 41 games, they'll be the band playing for all the fans coming in and out of the.
when did they
the
find
place.
out who did it?
I
'Cause
think
it
they
was just
found out.
Friday and Saturday
I think
night,
they
right?
found out today or tomorrow who wins that round.
Oh, okay.
And then I think it goes to like 4 or 5. Like someone gets the golden ticket to go to the final round, and then 3 other bands. I think maybe of those 20 bands that played.
Wow.
But it was funny. So we get there, and it was called Black Heron.
It's a strange setup there. I was watching the videos.
It was. There was 2 stages right next
Was
to
there
each
really
other.
a stage? Didn't even look like a stage. It looked
Well,
like they had just a section.
And that's the stage.
Off, and
That's
that
the
was-
stage. The drum is on a stage. The drum riser's on a stage about this high off the
Right.
ground, and then
the
the
band
rest
plays
is
ground level
Yep.
with everybody standing there, right?
Yep. And then they had a stage set up on the concourse in LCA.
Yeah, I saw that. Who's Spiral Crush played that one?
Spiral Crest played that, and then the Gypsies played immediately after that, so it was perfect. I got there. I was like, sweet, I get to see my 2 favorite bands and
Right.
get the fuck out of here, you know. Sound guy sucked balls. It was horrible. There was fucking back, you know the screaming feedback, whatever the fuck that's called. And then like the one girl, you couldn't
what
hear
was it?
the
What did it
back
sound
feed.
I wish you could see his face.
Yeah, you can't see it. Hi guys. The Gypsies, what's her name? Caitlin Keith.
Right.
Made about 100 Gasoline Gypsies Vagabundo signs or whatever, and like it was crazy because you looked around and you saw like a dozen Spiral Crush fans and maybe 24 Black Heron fans and a bunch of other people. I don't know where the fuck the Vagabundos came from, man, but as soon as the Gypsies hit, it was like 100 people in front of I didn't know there was 100 people in the bar, and then next thing you know, they were
Right.
all there. It was a fucking badass time. The Gypsies, I think they played 6 songs. They fucking killed it. It was a killer set. They did a great job, and I mean, if
Was Robert there?
who?
Robert?
Oh, Kid?
Yeah.
No.
No, there was a couple bald guys that looked familiar, but I don't know.
And then, but yeah, it was pretty good time. Like I said, Spiral Crush was there. Mike Stoker was there from Dead by Design, drummer
Nice.
from Dead by Design, and I think there was 2 other bands that I ended up hooking up with and talking to them about coming
You
in.
had sex with him?
No,
Oh. Well, you said you hooked up with him.
Next time. They have 40 home.
you never know what the future holds.
Just making sure. I want to be clear on what we're talking about here.
Roadie life.
Roadie life. So we got Jeff Land just chimed in, said "Po-ho party." I'm telling you.
up?
Tim Hunter says we don't stop, Jeff. So we got the Port Huron contingent weighing in. We have Treason Woods from Port Huron. Well, three quarters of the band, 3/4 of the band. I'm bad at math today.
Obviously.
3/4 of the band's here. They're going to be playing here in a little bit. But first, we got the 3 people from Couch Fest here. We got Danny, Tim, and Taylor. They're going to be talking to us in I guess we're gonna. All right, so I hate to do this, but we're gonna start now and talk about Couch Fest, and then in like 5 minutes, we got Brandon Perkins is gonna be calling in to talk about Summer Bash.
Cool.
So let's talk. Introduce us. What's Couch Fest all about? When is it? And tell us a little bit about some of the bands. And I get it's like an artist, tattoo artist, like heavy metal type thing.
Yeah, some of the. I mean, there's a tattoo artist sponsoring it. I'm sure,
yeah.
so.
Okay, well, tell us about it.
Yeah, Timeless Inc. In Monroe, they sponsor it. Vapor Matrix, that's in Monroe, they sponsor it too.
Okay.
You know, they help out. They're great dudes.
Great flavors.
Yeah, great flavors. But you know, Couch Fest is just
Kind of like Amish licorice.
yeah,
Yes, just like that.
Best.
But you know, it's just a local art and music festival that we've been holding the last 3 years. You know, this is the third year,
yeah.
third annual.
So do you throw a bunch of couches out for people to sit on? Is that
No, we're
no.
actually. So if you guys are getting rid of furniture,
Please bring it down.
yeah, definitely.
We
We'll
have
get
at
you in
least
for free.
at least one couch though every year.
We break it. We usually break it by the end of the night.
You set it on fire.
We want to, but
That's
you
an
know,
idea. But
we could.
Probably against code, I would
Yeah.
imagine.
you
Yeah.
know,
Maybe this year.
We want to keep the blue.
And you're not Lansing, so
right.
I mean,
we want to keep the blue
you
lights.
should invite
away.
someone from Lansing.
Right.
They know how to fucking throw them things on fire like
Oh
crazy.
hell yeah!
They got practice.
I think we got like 11 local bands this year. You know, they're all awesome, all awesome dudes, awesome girls. You know, all the artists are really talented. You know, and they're cool as hell too. And they're going to be out there. They sell their stuff. They sell all.
You're
their
talking
artwork.
artists like painters and
like painters,
clay,
sculptors,
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
People
kinds
make
of stuff.
jewelry and shit.
So that's what confused me because when I saw artists, I saw a tattoo, so I just assumed that it was a tattoo thing. So
Yeah, there's
my
people
bad.
they sell their shit. You know, there's a guy.
Their
he
shit?
makes their shit. Yeah. But
They
there's a
sculpt
guy-
it?
you'd make a fortune.
I would make a fortune. Dude.
I got 6 pounds right here.
There's a guy. He makes pipes.
It's horrible, dude.
He makes pipes out of wood.
Out of shit. Oh,
Out of
okay.
shit.
Shit.
like whittles them.
Yeah,
Nice.
they're fucking
Yeah,
sweet.
You know, artwork,
You know?
paintings, and they'll sell stuff like essential oils and all kinds of stuff.
Real
all
hippie
kinds
shit.
of just local people that show up and sell their
So
stuff.
what kind of music would I be expecting if I'm a newcomer to Couch Fest and I go down there? Is it a plethora of music?
It's a
or-
plethora. I mean,
it's
mo-
mostly Kenny G cover bands.
yeah.
Oh, dude, that's
He's my favorite dude.
The Pretenders,
Well, I
you know.
aren't they from Detroit? No, it was a Romantics. That's from.
but it's
a little
like
different.
It's like heavy metal, grunge, you know, hard rock type
Okay.
shit.
We got some
you know.
chill bands though
We got
too.
some
You
shit,
know,
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
Bruce
try
Lee-
to-
One,
Like-
just one stage.
One stage,
Okay.
yeah. You know, we're not that big yet. We can't have more than one stage.
Okay.
But it's
You'd be
at
surprised what you can do.
it's at Nike Park in Newport. You know, pretty nice park, shaded by trees.
Couldn't get Adidas.
You know, too much.
Oh,
1 day or 2 days.
One day,
One
but
day.
we're hoping to have like next year. We're talking about having it 2 days
Okay.
because we have so many like bands that want to be a part of it. You know, but we just don't have the time for one day to have 30 fucking bands.
How do you go about choosing these bands, or how do people get a hold of you to get into Couch Fest?
Going to
Well,
local shows.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
We
we're
just-
seeing who sounds good, see what the crowds, how they react to them.
Okay.
you know,
if we like them too.
if
you
we
know?
like them.
Yeah, if they're
Yeah,
cool.
we just go to a lot of local shows. Actually, Tim and Taylor here, they're in the headlining band Age of Hysteria.
Okay.
You know, so they play a lot of local gigs. So we hang out, listen to the other bands.
Now,
play.
local to Monroe encompasses a lot. We'll get back to that here in a minute.
Sounds good.
The greatest ringtone ever.
Isn't it the best? We need to change that ringtone. It's
Maybe you should
fucking-
mute it.
Maybe you should shut up, Al. What's up, Brandon?
What's going on, guys?
How are you? Brandon Perkins joining us all the way from sunny Indiana. Or is it Illinois?
Hot.
Are you in Illinois or Indiana?
We are in central Indiana. We're about 35 minutes southeast of downtown Indianapolis.
Okay, so you're in Indianapolis. All right, cool. How you doing, man?
We're doing good, man. We're putting the finishing touches on this thing, and then it's all downhill from here.
Downhill? You sure?
Uphill.
Uphill, yeah, it's uphill.
And we're bringing the native howl and the gasoline gypsies. It's all hell is going to break loose. It's
Yeah,
going to be
It
amazing.
might be downhill then. Very cool, man. So, Summerfest, tell us a little bit about first of all, when is Summerfest? How much is it to get into Summerfest? And tell us a little bit about or Summer Bash. I'm sorry, Summer Bash. What's Summer Bash all about?
Man, I'll give you the quick rundown. Is we started Summer Bash in 2013 in my front yard. We rented a stereo from Rent-A-Center. Had about 25 of our best friends here. Just partied our asses off. In 14, we didn't do it. My father-in-law passed away in the summer, so we didn't do it in 14. Brought it back in 15, kind of did the same thing. Did it in 16, added live music. In December of 16, I saw a 30-second promo clip of Thunderhead on Facebook that knocked me out of my chair.
We were just talking about it earlier before we started the show.
Yeah, it was nasty. And then did that. So anyway, the Howl was supposed to play a show in Dayton, Ohio, in like February or March of 17. Show got canceled. A couple chance encounters. One thing led to another. I asked the Native Howl to come play my Summer Bash, and they told me no because they don't do private parties. A few more phone calls happened. Lo and behold, the Native Howl came, and the first time I ever saw him play was in my front yard to about 100 people.
Wow,
that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
It was insane.
Weren't you told me this story when I spoke with you a little bit ago, and you were saying, didn't the cops get called like during the daylight?
Yeah, it was like 9:15. It was still daylight. Cops showed up. Couldn't do anything. We live way out in the country, so he parked in my driveway and sat there until the Howl got done playing, so that my neighbors would quit calling the cops.
I mean, that's some shitty neighbors though to call the cops at 9:15 at night. I mean, come on.
You are exactly right.
So did you invite him to the next one?
We made that well known. So last year we decided, after the cops incident and all that it was time to move it. So we reached out to some people and we moved it to the Walnut Grove Campground in Bogstown, Indiana, which is about 15 minutes, 20 minutes south of my house. Brought the Howl back, got the Gypsies involved, a couple local bands, and it was cool, man. We probably had about 150, 170 people at that one. It was still private at the time. That was just friends and family and friends of friends and stuff like that. This year we decided to open it up to the public, and we started with 250 tickets at $20 a piece. And as we sit right now, there are 18 tickets available at $20 a piece to come to this thing.
Damn.
Nice.
Well, that's cool, man. That's and how much are those 18 remaining tickets going to cost us?
They're $20, man. All you can eat, all you can drink, camping, the Native Howl, the Gasoline Gypsies, Pip Tuck and Rumble, the Haberdasher, a local band out of Indianapolis. They were rated 2018's best 80s glam hair metal cover band called Glam America. We got a solo act out of the town we're in called his name is Scott Schrader, and then a band out of my town where I live called the Whammies. So yeah, man, it's gonna be awesome. It's $20, dude. 18 tickets left, $20 a piece for the best bands Michigan has to offer.
Hell yeah!
You can get them at www.summerbashindiana.com. And $20, man, it'll be the best $20 you ever spend.
You said that was all you can drink too?
I was about to ask.
So we run out.
Wow. That's the deal right there.
We're making a couple signature drinks for this thing. So we got about 50 gallons of the signature drink and 6 kegs of beer. And then about 25 cases of beer on top of that.
God bless it.
What's your signature drink?
Yeah, what's the signature drink this year?
One of them is called the Howler, and the other one's called the Vagabundo.
That's cool. Very cool. Nothing like playing to your audience.
Yeah, right. And one of them's like a Lynchburg lemonade type deal.
Let me guess. That's the Howler.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's the Howler.
That is the Howler, and then the Vagabundo for the ladies. It's got the little bit of the watermelon flavored vodka in it.
Ooh. For the ladies.
I mean, them gypsy boys they're a lady. They're a chick man.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
That's cool, man. So, tell us a little bit about the growth that you guys have. Like you said, you started off as just a party in your front yard, and it's came now to where you got 6 or 7 bands playing. Is there any, like we just asked these guys from Couch Fest, is there any thoughts of maybe going to 2 days or maybe making it a little bit bigger, 10 bands? What's the future hold for Summer Bash?
I'm currently getting stared at by my brother Sam Jackson, who helps me throw this thing, and he's shaking his head at me. We've talked about it, man. The growth of it has just been, it's really just, it's been organic, man. Like, fuck it, let's see what happens. And we've just gone year to year with that philosophy. And you learn every year, man. We've never done anything like this. Like I said, it started with, a group of buddies. And so we just learn as we go. There's been discussions about making it 2 days. There's been discussions about, there's been a lot of discussions, man. I don't know what we're going to do, but our motto is let's see what happens this year, and then we'll plan for next year. So we're all in on 2 weeks from yesterday, July 13th. We're just going all in on that, and we'll worry about next year on Sunday, July 14th.
All right. Very cool. Now, again, where can they get the tickets for this? You said you got a website?
Yeah, we got a website. The Facebook page is Summer Bash, Indiana. There's an event out on Facebook. It's Summer Bash 2019 ! And then the website is www.summerbashindiana.com.
Very cool. And go over them bands one more time. And have you ever seen these bands in person, like the Haberdasher and Hip Tuck and Rumble?
As a matter of fact, we have seen every Bash band alive this year.
Okay.
So we actually came up to Port Huron about 3 weeks ago. We drove all the way up to Lynch's Tavern and saw Hip Tuck and Rumble and the Haberdasher. That was a 6.5-hour drive after a Friday of work. So
nice. Was that the benefit show they did?
We drug Holy Cross to Lynch's with us and checked them dudes out. They were the only ones we hadn't seen. So it's, from your Port Huron, your Michigan boys, it's obviously the Native Howl, which we are blessed to have. This will be the 3rd year we've had them. And that's a blessing to us, man. Those guys are unbelievable. This is the 2nd year for the Gasoline Gypsies. Jack and Nancy and the Gypsy boys have been nothing but great to us since we met them. Joe and Nate and Josh of Hip Tuck and Rumble, we met them just 3 weeks ago in person. And then those crazy dudes from the Haberdasher, Robin, and all their names are escaping me. Rob and Ryan, and I'm trying here, man. Steve, and I think Joe. Am I right?
Yes.
Nailed it. That was tough. So, yeah, man, we got Hip Tuck Rumble, the Haberdasher, the Native Howl, Gasoline Gypsies, and then Glam America from Indiana, the Whammies from here in Indiana, and a solo act. His name is Scott Schrader. He's out of Shelbyville, Indiana, which is the town just over from where we're throwing this thing.
Very cool, man. Well, hey, Brandon, next time you're in town, man, you're going to have to stop by and hang out with us on Big and Bigger.
We would love to, man. We appreciate you guys having us on. Like I said, 18 tickets at $20 a piece. You literally can't beat it.
No, you can't.
I think what happens is once you get below 20 tickets and a certain amount of time left until the show, the ticket price goes up. So it's 18 tickets at $45 a piece now. It should be.
That's what it should be.
That's how you secure the second day for next year.
After we buy ours, of course.
Right, after you buy yours. Hey, you know what, man, though? Honestly, we're not making a dime off this thing. We just want to throw a party, and really what we want, man, is we want the Michigan bands to come down here and play to a whole that music's got to get out of Michigan, man. I mean, it's just unbelievable. We want those boys to come down and play a concert in Indiana to 400 people in the middle of a campground in the middle of cornfields.
Right.
Well, man, thank you so much, man, because that's our biggest goal here at Cave Radio and on Big and Bigger is we support local bands. We support them all the way from Port Huron to Grand Rapids, Lansing, Flint. We've had bands from all over the southeastern Lower Michigan here on Big and Bigger, and we're trying to break into some of them Indiana to Ohio bands too. So maybe you can hook us up with that.
You need to check out a band out of Ohio called Papa Squat, PAPASQUAT. And I dropped the ball. I should have booked those guys.
What now? Spell that for me one more time.
Papa Squat. PAPASQUAT.
All right, just like
They
it
got a
said.
song out. They got a song out right now called No Alibi. And we should have booked him this year. I dropped the ball, but Chris Schaefer out of that band he bought tickets to the bash, so he's going to come check it out. And then
There you go.
They're already booked for next year. They're out of Dayton, Ohio.
All right, there you go, man. Well, Brandon, thank you so much for calling in and representing Summer Bash. Good luck with this. I'm not going to be able to make it this year. I got my kids. We already got something going on, but I'm going to be there next year. And if we can, maybe you can let Big and Bigger or Cave Radio broadcast live from there.
You are already booked for Summer Bash 2020. You're going live from Bogstown.
Boom.
Boom. That just happened. Very cool, man. Thank you so much for calling, Brandon, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for having us out, guys.
All right. Take it easy. There you go. Brandon Perkins, Summer Bash, July 13th in Bogstown, Indiana.
All you can eat.
All you
I
can
am
drink.
super excited.
We should probably do that with Couchfest.
It's worth. I mean, it's worth the $20 ticket right there.
It's supposed to be a family thing, but I think we can get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. But next year. Add it to the itinerary for next
Yeah,
year.
We'll have
keep
a
it in
meeting.
mind.
All right, so back to you guys for the Couch Fest. We got Danny, Tim, and Taylor here talking about this, and I can't remember where I was at. Do you guys remember where I was at? I asked you a question, and then it was like, how do you go about... No, you already did that one.
Did it start as Recliner Fest and slowly work its way up? They like Love Seat
Love
Fest,
Seat.
like
Maybe
Couch
sectional
Fest.
fest next year.
Yeah,
Sectional Fest.
it was like dining room chair
Right.
fest, you know.
Yeah.
But then we upgraded. We got a couch.
Think big. Yeah, think big.
We're like, shit.
We can fit 4 motherfuckers on this instead of 1, right?
Hell yeah.
Right?
But I want to say, thanks. I wish he could make it. He couldn't make it. The founder of Couchfest,
Okay.
Tyler Sanders.
Okay.
He's the
good
couch
dude.
daddy.
He's laid up on the couch right now.
Yeah, yeah. He's texting me over here like, "How's it going?"
What are you doing? Just hold down the couch.
It's going great.
Plugging the couch, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Plug in the couch.
But yeah, it's
Sounds kinky.
it's awesome. It's it's a all day festival thing.
starts at 11, goes
yeah.
to like 8. It's $3 to get in, and then we have food and drink and all kinds of stuff like that.
Okay.
And,
All you can drink and eat for $3?
not all you can.
All you can.
Damn.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday, but it's July 13th too.
Yeah.
So we're probably gonna have to pull some audience from Summer Bash.
Yeah. You might have to.
We're
All the
gonna
way
have
from
to take
Indiana.
it. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Whoever
leave
doesn't
after
want
our
to
set and
drive
go
for
Summer
6.5 hours or whatever to get there. Yeah.
You can drive 40 minutes.
There you
To
go.
Monroe.
The couch fest.
Cool.
Very cool. We're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to have Treason Woods play a couple tunes for us, and then they're going to join us at the table, and we're going to get to know them a little bit better and what they got coming up as a band. We're going to do Dumb Shit with Dawn right around 8:30, and I got 20. What?
We usually do 8 o'clock every week.
Fucker, I will stab you right in the fucking arm, dude.
Am I right?
You're right.
What?
What's the matter?
Last week it was the other way around.
I know.
It is
8:30 is the
8:30.
right time. I was just fucking with you.
I smoke a lot of weed, man. You had me fucking confused.
That's why I
there for a
fuck with
minute.
you, because it's easy that way.
Right. But you guys are more than welcome to stick around. We encourage you to stick around, hang out,
Please.
listen to the band, and then after we do Dumb Shit with Dawn, we bring everybody to the table and we get to know you on a personal level. So if you haven't listened to the show, it's fun.
It is
All
fun.
right,
Sounds fun.
we'll be back in just a few minutes with Treason Woods. They came all the way from Port Huron to rock our socks off. Be back in just a few minutes with them. You're listening to Cave Radio, Big and Bigger, episode number 207, right here on Cave Radio Broadcasting.
Stop. machine. It's not a relief. Well, I don't wanna bring you love. I don't wanna bring you love. I don't wanna bring you love as long as I have you. Well, I don't wanna bring you love. I don't wanna bring you love. I don't wanna bring you love as long as I have you. Jesus was a mighty man among the men. Ah, Jesus was a mighty man among the men. Oh, they say you won't really live well, but he done came back up again. Oh, Jesus said, of the people lying on the ground. Oh, Jesus said, big people love to make them down. Oh, Jesus was a big man, but his impact weighed 1,000,000 pounds. Come on, everybody, get up. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Oh, Jesus was a poor man, but he done take nothing for free. Oh, Jesus was a poor man, but he done take nothing for free. Oh, most people don't really love Jesus. They just love looking down on me.
not just on you and me.
I never knew before you that I could ever lie, that the things that I wanted I could not buy, that I'd spent so much time pretending things were fine. Now I'm here without you, I'm here without you. You're the winning hand that I play at the end of the game. The safety net that I crawl out when it's just too late. As I'm scattered on the ground, and there's no one else around. I realize that I'm the only one I have not found. I'm the only one I have not found. All I wanted was someone to take my hand and help me stand up right again. You told me once, no matter what, that we get out alive. Well, I'm bleeding out. I'm bleeding out. You're the winning hand that I play at the end of the game. The safety net that I crawl out when it's just too late. As I'm scattered on the ground, and there's no one else around. I realize that I'm the only one I have not found. No one is safe with you. 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 As I'm scattered on the ground, and there's no one else around. I realize that I'm the only one I have not found. I'm the only one I have not found.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to Big and Bigger here on Cave Radio Broadcasting, www.crbradio.com. During the break, we played a little bit of Scarlet Lies, some Jet Black Blonde, and some Xander, Michigan. We haven't had Xander on in a minute. We got to see what's going on with him. But we want to thank Brandon Perkins for calling in and talking about Summer Bash. I got a bunch of people on the Facebook Live video talking about it, and then we have the Danny, Tim, and Taylor from Couch Fest. We're going to talk to them a little bit more here in just a few minutes. But traveling all the way from Port Huron, Michigan, I think it's our 13th Port Huron band to join us over the last probably year and a half. Ladies and gentlemen, from Port Huron, Treason Woods.
All right. Now I try to pay full attention to what goes on around me. So why something keeps distracting me and clouding up my eyes? Oh, and you were the storm that I made through, and you gave me strength I never knew I had. Now I like sitting in the sunshine, free to clear my mind. And I cherish my protection for what I left behind. Oh, and you were the lie that I held true, and you can keep the pain you put me through this time. Now I don't feel the chains of smoke you wrapped around my neck, and I'm feeling the emptiness you left inside my head. Now I am breathing in a new life, and I'm no longer blind. And time is right beside me, showing me the light. Oh, and you tried to break my life in two, and you won't get the chance. My heart is there with you, through with you. Take away.
Thanks, guys.
It's like our easiest song, yet I always forget the words. How do you just forget
Always.
your own words all the time?
You just did that song only, too. It's the only one.
Hence the where's the book?
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
And soul food and rain and heat seeping through your mind. Doggy sings to mousy, she just can't seem to find
Oh, there I am. Hey, all right, here I am.
Come and join us.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
Even minus the bass player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should hear it when it's full.
Yeah, that's what she said.
That's what she said. You beat me to it.
I said I can smell it now. I don't need it when it's full.
Wow.
Oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Treason Woods out of Port Huron. Like I said, this is I got to say, probably, it's got to be the 13th band that we've had from Port Huron. We could probably list them, but it would take forever. What's the other one we want to get? No, we already had Naysaying. What was the one that, the guys that had the 14 fucking stacks of keyboards?
Oh, the gold something.
I don't know.
They were the last band that played at the Bohemians.
Yep.
They were all dressed in like leisure
we
suits
went there.
and
Like
Yeah.
gold
don't
something
know.
or whatever.
I know who
something,
you're
wasn't
talking
it?
about, but I can't think of the name of them.
fuck was their name?
It
Man?
was something
wait.
gold or gold something.
Tim Williams.
Was it White and Wong?
Yes.
White and Wong.
White
Yes.
and Wong.
White
okay.
and Wong.
I was like, I know who it is. I
knew
was
I
like,
had
that is in
I
my
knew I had a
tongue.
color in there somewhere.
Yeah, White and Wong. Yep. Those guys. Tim Hunter says fucking Dick Cox. What is that? Do you guys know what that means?
Oh yeah, because our bass player's name is Richard Cox. That's his name. So Dick
And
Cox.
I knew Tim
Yeah.
would Tim White.
Hi,
and Wong.
Timmy.
Would it be named after Dick's twice?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, Dick Cox.
Well, so I was gonna kind of make, because his name on your guys' Facebook page is Richie Cox.
Yeah.
So I was like, fucking Ricky Rocks, Richie Cox.
Oh yeah.
Like they should start a Ox band.
We just spell it with 2 X's.
No, just one, right?
He's just
He's a one Xer.
Yeah, he's a one Xer.
Well, when he gets serious about
not
the
that
craft,
serious
he'll
yet,
add
yeah.
another X. at the end.
Yeah, and he's not that serious yet. He only gets one X.
So introduce us to yourselves.
Well, I'm Peaches. I am a singer.
Brian, drummer.
I should have got the peach fucking flavored ones.
I know, right?
Oh, I wouldn't have eaten them.
No, you don't like peach?
I don't like the
Peach doesn't
peach
like
flavors.
peach.
No, I'm not a cannibal.
Oh,
I'm not a
sweet
like,
irony.
I got you.
No, but seriously,
She can't eat herself.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Heather.
There's a joke there. Hi, Heather.
Yeah. Guitars.
So yeah, we caught you cats at the Bohemians. You guys, I think we were talking about outside. I think you played
Yeah.
right after Hip Tuck and Rumble.
we did.
We were literally right in front of the stage, across from the stage.
Yeah, I totally
Next to
saw
Sunday.
you. I just didn't know. I didn't correlate it until we were outside talking.
That
I was
was
like,
us.
oh, hey.
Next year we're gonna broadcast live.
We were
and-
the guys that held up the show
Yeah, we actually
because
did.
we were running late. Yep.
Yeah, these guys
so
came.
it's your fault.
And we
Yep.
went like 5,
Yep,
10
yep.
minutes late.
Our
Yeah.
glitch. We'll blame the glitch on you.
Yeah.
Tim Hunter's like looking at me. He's like, "Where the fuck are they?" And I'm like, "I can't." Like I'm set up, ready to go. He's got all the equipment, so we can't go live.
Yeah, then we got the equipment set up, and the setup on the laptop was for a different stream.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So then we had to get a hold of Dan, our owner, and get the right stream put on there, and yeah, whatever.
It was fun.
Well, it worked out though, right?
And they invited us back, so we must not have
Oh.
fucked up that bad.
Yeah.
And next year, I think we're Tim Hunter. We are presenting
excellent.
an award.
Really?
I don't know what for, but
well, maybe you'll present it to us.
maybe.
That would be great.
That'd
Maybe.
be awesome.
He just said y'all are presenting too.
I
But,
present to you,
Yeah.
Eric.
So welcome to the cave. Welcome to Big and Bigger.
Yeah, thanks for having
We've been doing this for 207 episodes, so
us. Nice.
celebrate.
So we are
Okay.
lucky number 207.
Yeah. Celebrate. Celebrate. How did you guys come up with the band name Treason Woods? What's the name all about?
That's actually a funny story. We would play open mic night at this bar in Port Huron, and we were asked to play the
There was
deck.
another member of the band at one point.
Yeah,
In the very,
and-
very beginning.
Okay.
And
Right.
we didn't have a name, so they're like, "Oh, we want you to play this Saturday," and we're like, "But we need a name to put on the board," and we're
Right.
like, "We don't have a name." So
Right, so we basically, it was like trees and woods,
Oh, okay.
and it was suggested that, and then he's like, light bulb, let's do a
Treason.
little play with
Yeah.
it.
Treason.
Let's play with it.
Treasons. So is it Treason Woods or Treasons?
No,
Treason.
Treason Woods. That's what I thought.
Woods, yeah.
Okay.
Makes you think a little more when you hear that, like
Well, you know what blew my mind today was
clown sex.
yeah, it's fucking amazing.
It's crazy. It's totally crazy.
Oh,
She like did that to his ball sack.
I was like, why isn't it painted? Everything else is
It's
stupid.
crazy. No, my kid for whatever reason, he goes to Texas last week with his mom.
For whatever reason?
Well, no, for whatever reason he went to Texas last week with his mom, but for whatever reason he's fucking playing Pokemon Go now.
Oh,
which is such a 2 years ago
funny,
game.
'cause I literally just re-downloaded that.
That's what he did.
3 days ago.
And that's what he did. He got back home. His phone got fucked up, so he was playing on his mom's phone. So I got a new phone. Well, not a new phone, but an old phone hooked up for him. So he downloaded it. So today we're at the BAC, the Brightmoor Artisans Collective, for the Motown Meals, our servings that we do once a month. And my son's like running around capturing Pokemon. So
Did you get a crackheadosaur?
yeah, crackheadosaur. Yeah, exactly. Brightmoor is like
I got a real one.
that
Look at
one
him.
yet.
yeah, it's
Horosaur.
Yeah.
he's
Half
fucking
its teeth
walking
are
down the
missing.
street, looks like a zombie.
Yep.
Teeth
Hey
missing.
man, you got a dollar? You got a dollar?
But
Says I need $1 to capture this one. It's crazy.
so anyway,
old VCR.
Ellen, she's part of the board at Motown Meals. She comes over to me. She goes, that the conspiracy theory behind that, the whole Pokemon Go. I'm like, no. She's like, the government is trying to map out everything, like alleys and all kinds of other shit that they can't map out with the cars driving or whatever. So they're throwing shit in alleys and things that you got to catch them.
Well, how can they throw in the alley if they haven't mapped it out yet?
I don't know. Well, I don't know exactly. So anyway, and there was another thing, and she's like, and she goes, and what's the main character? And I was like, I don't know. Fuck, I think it's like Pikachu or something like that. She goes, peek at you. I was like, fucking God bless you. You just.
Although
That's fucking
that
deep,
character's
dude.
been around for what 30 years
Yeah.
now or whatever. But
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
how long ago the government started.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
really.
It was way before that.
They
Yeah.
said, yeah.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Oh
me.
my
Yep.
god.
Listen, I'm all about conspiracy theories. I believe in some of them. Some of them are a little far fetched, though.
Yeah. Convenient though.
Yeah.
Peek
Whatever.
at you.
Peek at you.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's like a conspiracy theorist like wet dream.
Yeah.
Like, and it's Pikachu? Yes.
So,
I'm telling everybody.
how long has Treason Woods been together?
Since September of 2017.
Oh,
Almost 2 years.
almost 2 years. What would you classify yourself as? Folk, rock? I mean,
We've
because
heard
you guys were
different
kind of
things.
heavier when I heard you guys
Started
at the Whammies.
Yeah, the next two
Brian,
songs
come up on that mic a little bit.
we have are heavier. Like WTF is heavier.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Right.
That was the greatest award at the Whammies, by the way, because Avon Campo
Yeah.
got to present it. By the way,
Right.
I was just gonna
And
say,
Avon's
where's
like
he hiding?
Avon's like 12. Like
yeah, and
maybe.
by the way, Haberdasher and Missy and Avon Campo are our guests next week.
Oh, that's
Oh,
next
nice.
week. Okay.
Yep, next week. So, all right, get back to what
I don't
we were talking
even remember
about.
the question.
Get to it, he said.
Get to it. Get back to it.
Stalling, for
Get back
Christ's
to it.
sake.
The band, the music. What do you classify
we've
yourself
been
as?
classified as different things. Like we've heard cryptic rock, we've heard
Cryptic
gothic
folk rock.
like just that's pretty much.
We
don't
had
know.
a guitar player
No.
in the very beginning, but he didn't work out. So we just
Like he didn't go to the gym.
Yeah, he definitely did not.
He
go
could
to
even
the
hold
gym
his
at all.
guitar up.
And music was for nighttime.
Yeah, music was for nighttime. So he just
Right.
decided. Anyway,
And for some reason, with one less person there, we sounded heavier anyways. Probably just because
Yeah.
it was just more
Acoustic
chordy
guitar.
instead
Right.
of
bass.
you know
Right.
floating
John
guitars.
Denver's
We are
nephew.
more-
However, we are still open and looking. You know,
for lead
waiting for
guitarist,
that
if
lead
anyone's
guitar player just
interested.
wander
We're
in.
just waiting for the right fit. It just hasn't happened
Yes.
That's what she said.
yet. Exactly. I'm just
It's
saying
so
a lot
like the
about
third
it.
It's so
one.
involuntary at this
setting you
point.
up.
I can't even help it.
I said, it, yeah, it's bad.
It's very voluntary.
The little girl was talking on Facebook today about her pool, and she's like, it's small, but it's satisfying. I'm like, that's what she said.
Yeah, I got to be careful because sometimes I'm not in the environment where I'm supposed to say that,
Right.
and it just comes blurting out. I'm like,
Yeah, you're in church.
Sorry.
The Lord touched me in the. That's what she said.
amen.
Now, where are you guys? Are you guys got any music out that we can listen to, or we can download, or
We do. We have 3 songs
steal.
on Google Play, but we're also on Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes.
Okay.
We
So
have our
all the-
EP
all
called
the
Thank You
platforms.
Card.
Thank You Card is the name
Yeah.
of the EP. Okay. Any new music on the horizon?
Oh yeah, we're in the
yeah.
process. We have 2 songs that we just wrote that are almost finished, and then we're working on a third.
Okay.
So
Cool.
yeah, we have a lot of work
We have other
Separate.
originals other than what's on the EP. Those are just the ones we chose.
You guys, so what's the average set that you guys can play? Can you guys play an hour set?
Oh, yeah.
We
You
can
know,
play
with
a
covers.
4-hour set.
Oh. 4 hours, damn.
Yeah.
That's polished.
Well, we throw some covers in there.
We have,
You have to.
yeah, we have covers.
Like
yeah.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah, that we have that one. Have you been to our show?
I have.
All right, next up, this one's called Old McDonald.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
You guys get it. You get
That's
it.
my shit.
Yeah, right? And everyone's always like, that's my jam. Yeah. Oh.
Right. Dude, this almost, I almost put that in as a dumb shit with Don question.
An Old McDonald thing?
Yeah, no, what farmer had E-I-E-I-O or some shit like that?
Oh, well, you can still ask her.
Did that one.
We might have. I don't know. That would have been good. By the way, we got about
What did he have on this farm?
30 minutes.
Did he have some ducks?
30 minutes until Dumb Shit with Don for everyone that wants to tune in.
I'm really excited about that.
It's a fun segment. What the hell is that?
Sticker.
Sticker.
The stickers.
So, you guys got any shows coming up?
We do. We are doing, I forgot what it's called. It's Fake Friends in
Fake Intellectuals and Friends Summer Bash. It's going to be.
Say that one more time.
Fake Intellectuals and Friends.
Okay.
And they're having a big 2-day fest.
It's out in Fargo.
North Dakota?
No.
Michigan.
Fargo, Michigan. So it's right
I didn't know there
about
was such a place.
here.
Okay.
It's in this area. It's a 2-day thing. There's a bunch of bands playing there, and we're
Is it? Yeah. Okay. Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
Right.
That's 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days. And then
for
we
some
have
reason, I was
another
thinking
one.
Friday was thrown in.
You got to carry the one.
Have you guys heard of the Bluegrass Chili Fest? That's
Oh,
in
yeah.
Whittle? So we're
Chili
playing
Fest.
that too. We're playing the Sunday.
When is that?
That is
September 1st.
1st.
And 2nd.
So that's Labor Day weekend?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's the Sunday and Monday. We're playing the Sunday.
2 days.
Sunday.
No, I don't. I think it's Sunday, Monday because it's Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
And everybody's closed
just-
Monday. That we'll have to confirm on.
Okay.
But we are playing that.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the Bluegrass Chili
Oh, it's
Oh,
awesome.
and then
it's
the,
really awesome.
The Hexus booking did something.
Oh yeah, we do. It's Live to Love.
Yeah, there was something on your
Yeah.
events page.
Yeah,
Like
it
late
just got-
September or something like that.
Yeah,
I think it was.
September. I want to say it's the 28th, maybe.
Yeah, I believe it was.
I just got the flyer yesterday, so that's still like we don't have a time that we're playing on that one yet.
Okay. What is some of the band Sunday and Monday? Yes, is what Tim Hunter said for Bluegrass Chili Fest.
Thanks, Timmy.
I'm glad Tim's here.
We appreciate you.
Real quick before we go on any further, like I was saying, Treason Woods is our 12th or 13th Port Huron band that's been in here. Next week, July 7th, we have the Haberdasher coming in, and Avon and Missy Campo are going to be in here. July 14th, we have Reckless Revival. On July 21st, another Port Huron band, Casting Shadows. Our good buddy Jeff Land will be in here. They got a couple good things. I think they just played Diesel and opened up for Saliva, and now they're getting ready.
Drowning Pool.
Yeah, Drowning Pool in like a month or whatever. I mean, they're opening up for all these national acts. It's really cool. Jeff must be hustling his ass off to get.
He does. He's good at it.
Yeah.
He's good.
Got them nice soft lips.
Say what?
That's what I heard. Love you, Jeff.
Wow.
And then the very next week we have another Port Huron band, Hip Tuck and Rumble.
Well, that's because Port Huron, like good music, just comes out of Port Huron.
Well, and that's one of
That's
my
the truth.
One of my questions here in just a second is going to be just about that. We have August 4th, Black Male. August 11th, The Eclectic, which is Elena Day, which she's Port Huron adopted.
Yeah.
They're going to be in here. It's her new band. August 18th and 25th, we're still keeping open until we find out some of the bands that are playing at Arts, Beats, and Eats. We're off on Labor Day. On September 8th, we have an open date. Then we have Crimson Eyed Orchestra, who we had, what was her name? Jessica in here a couple weeks ago. Yep. So Crimson Eyed Orchestra they're like, I'm like, so what do you guys play? And she's like, death metal, like Satan, whatever. And she's sitting next to fucking David Winans of the Winans family, who's a gospel, whatever. And I'm like, the irony of them sitting next to each other. And David is a black man, and he was turned white as a ghost, man. He was like looked over, and then he got it. He started laughing and he's like, Eric, you have the craziest guests that come on this show. I'm like, yeah, I know.
That's how we paired up.
Yeah, exactly. And
Jesus
I had
versus the devil.
But the funny thing is, Al tells me that she's coming in. I have no clue anything. So I'm like, yeah, sit over there by David.
That's all good.
Oops. But anyway, so the band's coming out of Port Huron. I mean, we've named a couple of them: Hip Tuck and Rumble, the Haberdasher, Casting Shadows, the Gasoline Gypsies,
Desolation Alley.
Destiny. Yeah, that's the other one I wanted to
Desolation
write.
Alley, for sure.
Desolation
Yeah,
Alley.
get them in.
We
Just Insane.
LCF,
LCF.
Naysand. You know, Criminal Rock.
Yeah, I love Criminal Rock.
You know, there's so many good bands coming out of Port Huron, and it's not like Detroit, where Detroit is all encompassing. You got Livonia, you know, Warren, Taylor. That's all considered Detroit. Port Huron's just a small little town.
Well, we
You
got
know,
Port Huron,
border-
and then we
a
got,
border
like,
town.
We got Fort Gratiot and Marysville are kind of included.
Right, but I
with
mean,
the
how many
Port
bands
Huron
really come out of Fort Gratiot and Marysville?
Well,
Is there-
Desolation Alley is kind of out of Marysville. I
Okay.
think.
Yeah, I think, yes.
And Fort Gratiot is just basically
Works
like
in Marysville.
North Port Huron.
It's north. We
Right,
call
yeah.
it the North End.
Right.
Like,
So I mean, to have that many bands, and then you guys included, and then there was a bunch of other bands too, and you got hip hop acts, and you got other things going on. How in that such a little area did you guys get so big without anyone knowing until just recently? I mean, it's like a, you know, I don't even know what to call it, but it's badass, is what I.
well, I think that a lot of the bands we all went to school together. Like a lot of us are around the same generation, and we're all like we're the adults of the town now, which is almost kind of scary. But
We're the cool old people.
we're the cool
Right.
old people that have always just really been into music and pot. So this is what happens.
Makes sense.
And there's a lot of
sense.
bars
Does.
and nothing else to do. So
Right, right.
let's go to open mic night. Let's meet some
And
people.
I've been running karaoke
Yeah.
for 20 years, so
Yeah.
I know a
Cousins.
lot
Yeah,
of people.
these two are
House
related.
karaoke.
They're cousins. They're related.
Okay.
And so we're very musical. Our family is. So,
Okay.
You know, that goes the same for
Yeah, sure.
everybody else. in
The
town.
good thing is it's getting passed down. Where
Oh yeah, Alex
a lot of
Shire.
places
Alex
it
Shire is
doesn't
another.
get
Yeah,
passed down.
yeah.
Tim Hunter, thank you. Tim Hunter, you want to come in and co-host the show?
Maybe we should call him and have him be on the phone.
His remote co-hosting.
But yeah, it's been a pleasure, you know. And he also, I missed that level 40 day one everyday player. Tim Hunter is for the Pokemon Go, I guess.
Oh, is he giving his screen name so that people can add him?
I don't know. No, he
I-
didn't. Peaches wants to know your screen name.
No,
Tim
no,
Hunter.
we're already friends on Pokemon Go. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, be careful. You catch gonorrhea with that.
With Pokemon Go?
Yep.
Yeah, if you Pokemon Go, then
Yeah, because I mean, you're not the only one trying to get it.
That's true.
Just saying.
I didn't even think of that.
Catch it all. That's what they say.
Tim says, LOL, I'm hurt.
Catch a penicillin shot at some point too, if you're lucky.
Okay.
It's funny that you brought this whole thing up because my former job.
you used to be a Pokemon trainer.
No, I was a Pokemon.
Oh, you were a
Yes.
Pokemon.
Yeah, I was
Nice.
Fatasaur. And so I would come out of the store at maybe 3 in the morning, and here in Livonia, and that store backed up to Target. So all of a sudden, there's all these fucking cars like creeping around the Target parking lot. And I'm like, all right, what's going on here? This is like some kind of caper from a movie. Like they're gonna rob Target, you know? And
What's the name of that movie?
oh,
Career
Career
Opportunities.
Opportunities. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that movie. But that's what it was. They were playing Pokemon Go. Like the cops came and like chased them all away.
That's crazy.
They're like crackheads running away.
Yeah, when you're playing it, it says "Do not trespass." Like, stay in safe areas.
Right.
Unreal.
But he was in a shed. I couldn't help it.
So, Desolation Alley is one of the bands. What are some of the other bands in that surrounding area that we might check out?
Just Insane.
Just Insane.
Insane, for
Yeah.
sure.
What is the name of
No
that
Class
band
Assassins,
with
I don't know if
the
they're-
No Class
14-year-olds?
Assassins.
What is the name of that band with the 14-year-olds that played at?
Greta Van Fleet.
No.
Cyanide or Cyanide or whatever.
No,
it's
they
like.
played at the
They
Diesel.
played at the Absolute Anarchy.
Absolute
But it's the
Anarchy.
same kind of.
Yeah. Absolute Anarchy. They're
Bunch of high school
They're a
kids.
bunch of high school kids,
And they're awesome.
amazing.
Yeah?
They're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd like to find out. I mean, we always need to add the 14th and 15th Port Huron.
We're always trying to
band.
get kids' moms into the studio.
Hey, you guys got cover bands in here and stuff too.
We got what?
I
Cover
saw,
bands?
but
Yeah,
Dawn was here, right?
Don Sosa.
Yeah.
Who?
Dust Till Dawn, were they here?
Dust Till Dawn. Were they here?
No.
No.
There's. I mean, we.
Not
are
on
you
our
looking-
show.
There's a lot.
Do you
Hey,
guys
my
just
bad.
do like originals? Are you looking for cover bands?
Mostly
too,
just
or-
originals.
We try to keep it to
Yeah.
originals.
Right on.
On our
Okay.
show, but there's other shows that we got
Right.
30
Yeah.
shows on Cave Radio, so we're always
Okay.
looking.
Right on.
Very cool. All right, man, it's still too early to take a break before we come back.
You're
with
just
the
dying to get
show.
to that, aren't you?
No, I'm just I got the questions, but I got no more questions. Give me some of your musical influences. Who did you guys grow up listening to? I mean, you guys look like you're about my age. You look a little younger, but
Yeah, she is.
I'm 35.
Okay.
But I grew up very sheltered. I didn't actually learn about good music until I met her about 15 years ago.
Okay.
I grew up on country music and oldies, and I didn't know anything else existed.
Oldies are good.
Oh, for sure. Like, definitely influence us. We do a Beatles song.
We actually
That's
turn
not
a lot of
oldies,
pop
though.
songs into.
Yeah,
You
because
know.
like when we do a cover, we don't cover it to sound exactly like.
That's why would you?
No, you're not
Right.
supposed to.
Unless you're a fucking tribute band.
Unless you're singing
Right.
karaoke.
Yeah, or No,
That should
I
sound like you.
We
Make
got
it your
there's a
own.
band
Agree.
local from around here, Harlow. They're on hiatus right now, but they do a cover of Katy Perry's
Dark Horse.
Yeah, Dark Horse.
we
we're
are
actually
doing
working
that.
on that. right now.
It's my. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of new music like that, but it's like it's his favorite song
Yeah.
from that band, and it's. I mean, it's they just that beat and everything, and they
Yeah,
made it
we
their
are
own,
currently
and that's what
learning that one.
That's usually what we do
That's
with
what
our covers.
original bands need to do is they need to make that cover. If you're going to do a cover band or cover song,
Make it yours.
Make it yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Most of the time.
We
Yeah.
do Creep,
Yeah.
and that's pretty
I would say
close
Creep is
to
pretty
the
close to the original, but it's because it's Creep.
The Radiohead one?
Radiohead.
Radiohead.
But we do that
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball, and that
Yeah.
kind of rocks a little bit.
Yeah, and we do
So-
Hello by Adele.
Oh.
And
Like
Sober
Heart-
by Pink and by Tool.
Oh.
Both
I would
versions.
love to hear
You
the
mix
Tool
it
one.
together.
Oh, that could be
Might be an
interesting.
idea.
Yeah, should look into mashing that up.
We there's another, and I do this a lot. Dead by Design. They do this song where they take "Sweet Home Alabama" and mix it with "Chicken Hunting" by ICP.
Oh my god, I need to hear that.
Because it's got
I need to
it's got
hear
almost
that.
the same beat to it, everything.
It-
And then they added "All Summer Long" by Kid Rock because the Werewolves in London. It's got the Werewolves in London, so it's all like they got. So one dude will be like, "Ooh, werewolves in London," and Jay's like, "Who's going chicken hunting?" And they're all singing something different, and then they break into centerfold. Because all 5 songs have like that same beat or whatever, and they make it's fucking my favorite.
I've
they
song.
never
the
seen him
same-
do that.
Really,
Really?
dude.
What's
That's
what's the name of that band?
Dead by Design.
Dead by Design. I'm gonna have to look
DED
that up. That
by
sounds really
Design.
awesome.
It is.
I
It's-
really want to listen to that.
They do a lot of covers also.
I
but
don't think it's anywhere you can find it.
I know. I went live when they were somewhere.
Well, I'll just find out. I'm just going to email and be like, listen, I heard about this song and I'm really
Right.
interested.
Next
so
time when you're at band practice, can someone set their
just,
phone up?
Yeah, just record it for me. It's
Please.
fine.
Right.
So in influences around. What were some of your influences?
Well, the band that we're in doesn't really reflect my influences.
And that's-
I listen to a lot of death metal stuff like that. But then as I got older, I'm all over the place now as far as
Clutch.
just rock in general, classic rock. The whole gambit. Just mainly rock though.
Right.
Yeah.
Heather, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, Clutch. I like to have that funk groove going, you
Yeah.
know. And
I
then,
know
like,
a
as
lot
far
of
as, like,
people that
lyrics
love
and
Clutch.
writing,
Primus has a little bit of a
Primus.
Primus
core
has a lot of
emos
it.
into that,
Indigo
you know what I
Girls.
mean?
We have a
So-
little touch of Indigo Girls in us.
Okay. Very cool.
I
Yeah,
think that's
dig
the other
it.
thing that makes us unique as a band is we have so many different influences.
All 4 of us probably have a completely different taste in music.
Yeah.
So, and then bringing it together, that's what Treason Woods is.
So what do you listen to when you're road tripping to a gig?
Clutch.
Oh yeah, I actually have a playlist on my Spotify that says it's Treason Woods, and we all pick songs and put it on it so that everybody gets to listen
It's,
to the
just
kind
throw
of
it
music
on
that they
shuffle
like.
and kind of.
Right.
Very cool.
Yeah, or randomly be like, "Hey, pick a song," or we play the word game a lot, where I'll be like, "Give me a word," and then I'll type it into YouTube and then put song after it, and then
Oh, that's dangerous.
it is very dangerous.
Especially with this one.
Yeah,
She gets really happy.
yeah, that's true.
It's a fun new
But you should look up the song "You're a Cunt" because that one's fun.
The song "You're a Cunt."
Yes.
Who sings it? Do you know?
You'll just put in "You're a Cunt."
Yeah, and it'll come up.
and it'll come up. Put song after it, and then it should pop up as a little cartoon video, and it's you won't regret it.
Okay. Very good. All right, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, dumb shit with Dawn.
Oh yeah.
Shut up.
And then we're going to have everyone join the table. We're going to have to share a couple mics. When we're going to get to know the bands and Danny, Tim, and Taylor from Couchfest just a little bit better. And then to close out the night, Treason Woods is going to play a couple more tunes for us. Sound good?
Cool.
Awesome.
All right, we'll be back in just a couple minutes. You're listening to Big and Bigger, episode number 207. Right here on Cave Radio Broadcasting.
to see. This big wide world of possibilities. You need a change of pace and different scenery. But time does not stand still for you. Life's too short and moving
and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Slovakia trap cone. That's correct. It is one of those. It's an anal butt plug that's shaped in a cone that is super small for men, Czechoslovakian men.
What?
Czechoslovakia.
From Czechoslovakia?
Czechoslovakia.
You'll know in a minute.
It's a bedackle.
Can everyone hear Al?
Yes.
Al's thing?
I can.
Oh.
These are loud.
Welcome back, everybody, to Big and Bigger here on Cave
Here we
Radio
go.
Broadcasting.
Anybody watching on the live feed? Can you hear us this time?
Can you
Because,
hear?
Can you hear me now?
If not, you can hear on the Cave Radio.
Can you hear me
side.
now?
Yeah, I'll just
Can you hear me?
unplug the thing again if I need to. But
All right.
Oh, 6 said thanks, Brosive. So maybe can you guys hear us? Maybe if they can't hear us, they wouldn't respond.
They wouldn't
I
respond.
know, right?
All right.
Oh, we'll see.
So, like I said, off air is this is Dumb Shit with Dawn. We asked Dawn questions that a fifth grader could answer. I actually got a couple little things that we're gonna. No, you can't hear it.
No sound. Turn up 3.
All right, maybe now.
How about now?
What we're going to do is we're going to Tim Hunter says yes, he can hear us. Well, yeah, you can hear me on my feed, but I'm trying to see if we can hear us on Big Al's feed.
Yeah.
But
Well, we'll see.
I think what we're going to do, we're going to try and change some things up in the next couple weeks. Not really big time, but we're going to have some special guests that are going to ask Dawn questions. We talked about this on the at the last after meeting that we had with Big and Bigger, and I think we're going to have some special guests ask some questions coming up to kind of change things up a little bit. But here we go. Like I said, the only rule is let Dawn answer the thing. You are more than likely going to know the answer. The question is, does Dawn know the answer? All right.
Maybe.
That's your first one wrong.
Here we go. Number 1. What kind of rodent builds dams?
Beaver.
All right. There's one. That was a softball.
All right, and unplug it.
Who doesn't
no
know a
sound
beaver?
again.
No sound again. All right.
Thank you.
She got it right, guys. The first one. What kind of rodent builds dams? She said beaver. All right. Who sang the song Yellow Submarine?
Oh.
That was a lady.
What was the lady's
What
name?
was the lady's name?
Harriet Tubman?
Harriet
No,
Tubman.
she was a president's wife, right?
That is correct.
She definitely wasn't the
All right,
president's wife.
so
Let's
Yellow
go back to this real
Submarine.
quick. Hold on.
Hey,
We'll talk about Yellow Submarine in a minute.
Yeah, wait. Hold, yeah.
Harriet Tubman was a president's wife. That's not right,
Isn't
but
it?
Mr. Tubman's wife?
yeah.
All right.
Do you remember the President Tubman?
Hold on a second.
No, there wasn't a President Tubman. No,
Harriet Tubman. Do you remember who she was, though?
she invented something.
Well, not quite.
Well,
I mean,
sort of did. She helped
She
out
assisted,
a lot
yeah.
of people.
She helped out slaves.
Yeah.
There you go.
How?
How did she? She had a thing that
She walked in a submarine. No,
From the front to the back.
No, a cove. Cove.
Cove.
Keep going. I know it's coming.
A tunnel.
Oh,
You're
closer.
so close.
Railroad tunnel.
Yes,
Boom.
yes.
What was it called? It was the
Well, it wasn't
Under
really a-
railroad
there-
tunnel.
underground railroad. You're so close. So Harriet Tubman was not the answer, though, that I was looking for.
The Underground Railroad is what we were looking for right there. Yeah.
So who sang the song? Sang the song? Sang
Yeah.
the song?
Sung,
Sang
The
song?
yellow.
What are you,
submarine.
Asian now? Oh, you're
Did your name sang a song? Who sang the song Yellow Submarine? And it wasn't Harriet Tubman.
Was it a girl?
No.
No.
Okay.
It was actually a band.
the Matthews Band.
The Matthews Band? Like
Also
Matthew
correct.
316 Band?
All right, so I don't know. I guess
The Beatles sang Yellow
Oh
Submarine.
Jesus!
We all lived in it.
What is the hot liquid that comes from a volcano called?
Lava, magma.
Yeah, liquid magma.
What sport do the Harlem Globetrotters play?
Basketball.
Okay.
Ooh, on a roll.
Shut up.
What comedian created Fat Albert?
Bill Cosby.
Wow.
Hey,
These are getting too easy, or she's studying some encyclopedias.
No.
What is the capital?
We talked about this before.
What is the capital of the country Germany?
Germany has a capital.
That's what he said. Don't pick that, please.
Lekosheka? Is it Loken? Hey, Langenstock. Kugels?
No, it's not not where they make summer shanty.
It's not Leinenkugel. No, that's a beer.
And it's not from Germany.
Moscow. Russia.
There you go. That's Russia.
Okay.
Germany.
All right.
What is the capital of the country Germany? Think of
Schnitzel.
What?
Schnitzel. No, that's
Yitzer Schnitzel.
So they have.
Is that? Hey, that's Yahtzee in German, isn't it?
I don't know.
What?
The answer.
Yitzer Schnitzel is Yahtzee in Germany.
The answer is Berlin. By the way, Berlin.
Oh, they had the Olympics.
I was going to say that. I was going to give you that clue.
They had a wall.
They had a wall.
They did have a ball. Is it pretty?
I don't know.
Fell down.
It fell
Torn down.
Who?
Yeah,
what president said
president
that?
said,
"Tear down this wall, Mr. Gorbachev."
Yep. Who said that?
Well, that's not a question. What is the only mammal that can't jump?
The only mammal that can't jump.
Yeah, speaking of the
It's
microphone.
not white man either.
Me.
What, yeah.
The only mammal that cannot jump would be a dolphin. Is that a mammal? No, that's a porpoise. Is that porpoise?
What is the purpose of this question?
All right, so a mammal.
You're in the ballpark.
By the way, a dolphin is a mammal,
Okay.
but they jump out of the fucking water.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? Come on.
Oh.
No, it's a land animal.
Oh,
Okay.
then I was wrong.
What did you say?
I didn't classify jumping out of the water as jumping, so I was going to say whale.
That's not a mammal. That's not a mammal though.
Yeah,
Really?
Eric. Yeah.
A whale's not a mammal?
No.
Sure about that?
But a porpoise is.
I don't think so.
Someone Google it.
I'm pretty sure whale's a
Teaching
mammal.
school wrong now.
So I should get that right, just saying.
No, you shouldn't because that's not
Why?
the fucking answer.
Six says
Oh.
he's the only mammal that can't jump.
By the way, it's an elephant. An elephant cannot jump.
You know what? I've seen them like
No, they can-
stand on stuff and like
That'd be
pounce.
thunderous.
Isn't that jumping?
Thunderous.
Pouncing.
They can't jump. All four legs can't jump and bend at the same time
Oh
on an
my
elephant.
God. Yeah.
So, all right, she didn't get that one.
Cheated.
Oh, what is the name of the intern who had an affair with President Bill Clinton?
Oh, that was that Quincy chick.
Yeah, it's Quincy the PI.
What's her name? Hold on.
The Big Lebowski.
Quincy Adams, Quincy Jones,
Quincy. Quin.
the coroner.
Polish, right?
Shut up.
Quintatowski. Hey, Lewinsky.
Oh, what was
All
her
right,
first name?
what was her first name?
It's an Eminem song.
Monica.
Yeah,
Boom.
there you go.
I'm going to give you that one.
See, she gets around. She gets around.
Listen, it
and then
takes her a
she gets to
second.
it, Yeah.
Takes her a second. Good job. Thank you. What animal? Now, remember, we went through this the other day.
Porpoise.
That there's a bunch of different classes of animals. You got fish. You have mammals. You have insects. You have
The United Kingdom.
All right.
Yeah,
What
they're a different breed of
What
animal.
animal causes the most deaths on Earth? Which animal causes the most deaths on
Is
Earth?
an insect an animal?
Yes, it is.
Mosquito.
That's actually the second one. Number 2. That's what I thought until I Googled the answer, and this answer came up.
Dog.
No,
Wait, what?
Cat. Allergies. I'm thinking allergies. Allergic.
that's a good guess.
How
but
many
no.
dog allergy deaths have you heard about in the last 20 years of your life?
I don't know. Probably 5.
5?
Mosquitoes kill like I think
a
it was like
shit ton, a
yeah,
shit
it was
ton.
like 10,000 people a year.
Ticks.
Humans.
Yeah, I was going to say
I was
humans.
about to ask if we
6 says
count-
black folks again.
Yeah, humans cause the most death
Humans.
of the animals.
I did get the second
Humans.
one though.
Yeah, you did. But that wasn't the question.
Yeah. You got the 34th one, too, with dog allergies.
The 134th.
What is the name of the giant that David killed in the Bible?
body.
with a
Those-
sling and a stone.
Phone a friend.
I want those
What?
lifelines.
No, you don't get lifelines.
I know.
She wants lifelines, but she doesn't get them.
All right, he
She's like, "Can I have a
had
phone a
the
friend?"
giant on the beanstalk guy.
No, it wasn't the guy that sells the green beans.
All right, so Cyclops.
That's a very good guess, but no.
Oh.
Whenever someone beats the big school, they're like, they just knocked down the.
I feel like she was getting closer with Cyclops. I think.
Yeah. Cyclops
You're-
is close.
you're
but
getting
it's
in the
not.
ballpark.
Now I'm totally don't even know because I'm just watching.
His name
you
was starts with a G. Would that help?
guys. No, Gigantica.
Gigantic- He's not a robot.
All right,
His name was
how about-
Goliath. Goliath.
Goliath.
Goliath was his name.
Oh, I did know.
David versus Goliath. All right. What country has the most people on Earth?
China.
Very good. Very good.
They gotta stand like sardines everywhere.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, you got a little clap in the background.
Wow, that was
I
really
know,
good.
isn't it awesome? Not the first one.
What?
It's like-
What?
She's like, what fucking has been? I got like 6 right already.
What trophy is awarded to the best college football player?
MVP. No.
It's the name of the trophy. They give it. They have an award
Oh,
show.
the Hicklesmans, right?
Yeah.
The Hicklesman.
The Hickelman? The Hickelman.
No.
The fuck is Hickelman?
The Hyman.
Heimlich.
You're
no,
just
that's
outside of town on this one.
Heimlich maneuver.
There we go.
Isn't it?
No,
The
but you're
Hickelman?
close. Keep thinking.
You're not even close.
Hickelman.
You got the right first letter.
Hockelman. Heisman.
Boom.
There you go.
That's a small golf clap. She only got a quarter
Wow.
right. I'm going to give her a quarter right for that
It's
one.
like you just tapped in
Because
after you
fucking
missed your
Hickelman was
birdie
awesome.
putt.
Where the fuck did you get Hickelman from?
I don't know.
All right. What is the younger version of Girl Scouts called? It's like you're a
Mini Scout?
no, you're this, and then you're a Girl Scout. It's before Girl Scout. It's actually a delicious treat.
Brownie.
Damn, that was too good of
Yeah,
that
it
was.
Scoutlets.
I'm going to give you a half for that one because you said something.
I think I was
didn't know
one.
that.
Once.
Were you a brownie?
I didn't like it, and I went once.
Were
I
you
think.
frosting kept melting off you?
My mom's like, I didn't just bought all this shit.
It's like, I want these nuts in me, Mom.
Like, pick it up. That what came later.
That's what she said.
What appears when
Sure.
Aladdin rubs his lamp?
Sperm.
Wait, what?
What appears when Aladdin rubs his lamp?
Oh, the genie.
Okay, very good.
I was gonna say Will Smith.
Oh, now it does.
Has anyone seen that movie, by the way? Is it any good? No.
I haven't
yeah.
either. I want to. I want to see that Lion King.
I'm gonna see it this weekend.
I like him.
This next week.
All right, let me see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left, I think. All right. Let's do this one here. What famous bear is what bear is famous for teaching camping tips, including how to prevent forest fires?
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Yogi Bear. No, he
Hey,
stole
boo-boo.
He made the fire.
He made the picnic baskets, is what he made.
Hold
Let's
on.
get to the picnic baskets.
Smokey and the Bandit.
No.
Uh-oh.
You're close, though. You got one of them words right.
Smokey.
Yes.
Smokey the Bear.
Smokey and the
Very
Bandit.
good.
That's a black bear, and he stood tall, right? He's like,
He had a hat on. He said, "Don't you?" Like Alice just said.
He stood straight up. He didn't stand
he just
tall. He
stand
stood
tall.
like a human.
oh,
Only you
Isn't that
can
this-
prevent
He had
forest fires.
shoes and
I
everything.
do
He
remember
did.
that.
Pants? The fuck kind of bear wears pants?
Underwear?
All right,
He
here
did?
we go.
I would imagine he had pants on.
What superhero's alias is Clark Kent?
Superman.
This is
I
awesome.
love the light applause in the background.
I
This is great.
love it.
What is it called when an animal sleeps all winter?
Hibernation.
Wow.
Dude, she might do really well on this one.
Yeah, these are easy ones this
Cute.
week.
What state is known
Fuck
as the
off.
Lone Star State?
Lone Star. That's Cowboys.
Lone Star.
It is, right?
What state is known
Oh.
as the Lone Star State?
Texas?
Wow.
Right? Cowboys?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's life after death in Texas.
All right, two more.
Okay. Okay.
I think you're above 500 on this one.
I'm above average today.
You are.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
It's my audience.
It is. You got a great audience today. When Jack climbed the beanstalk, what did he find?
A bean. Right?
The clitoris.
No. No, that was Jill.
Yeah.
Oh,
When
wait.
Jack climbed the beanstalk, what did he
He
find?
found a giant.
Boom. Wow. All right.
I knew this in 5th grade.
You're over 500.
Alyssa
We
says
got one more.
about to get that lucky 13.
Yeah, buddy.
She is. I think she is. I think it's close.
Yeah.
This one's going to determine
Oh, Jesus. Shut up.
if you do it. What 4 states?
Connect in a corner.
All right, go for
Wow,
it.
we're going to do that. We'll do that one in a second.
Let her roll with it. Let's hear what she's got.
Bonus question.
It's a great question.
Since you buzzed in early, what's your answer?
This is why we have this. Why I'm stupid.
You are not stupid, Dawn. All right, what 4 states?
I don't even know this. All right,
Well,
hold
you-
on.
I'm not-
Nevada.
I didn't hear That's not the fucking question.
Oh, okay.
What
I'm
4
asking
states?
myself a question. I don't even know the
Fucking the amazing, like Mel. Who's the
What is happening
Kreskin?
today?
Yeah, the guy that fucking Johnny
Ooh, too much
Carson,
time.
where he
Oh, yeah.
held the thing to his
All
fucking
right.
and tried whatever. All right,
Yep.
what 4 states begin with the word "new"?
New Jersey,
That's 1.
New York,
That's 2.
New Mexico,
That's 3.
and New. Hold on, I'm just looking at a map in my eyes.
You wouldn't get this one.
Hampshire.
Oh, there you go.
Wow. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4,
She ends it off with
Yeah.
6,
7, 8, 9, 10,
was
11,
thinking.
12, and 3/4 right.
Oh.
So that's like
12.75. That's pretty good.
that's not bad. You had
Pincher,
11.
right at the end.
You had 11.5 last week, so you're getting better.
Better.
When we get to like
So what
15, I think
percentage
we're
is
done.
that?
Oh, Jesus.
60-ish. 63.5.
Yeah, something
Thank
like that.
you.
All right.
That's the
Good
best.
job, Dawn.
Yeah.
Say bye to your fans, Dawn.
Minus.
That's passive.
I love the golf.
my
We need to
God.
do this. We got to every time she answers,
I
you got to
like
do a little
it.
golf claps.
Do you guys want to come back every week?
What number?
A couple weeks ago, she had Augie had the buzzer going every time she got one wrong.
It made me nervous.
All right, so before you say goodbye to your fans, what 4 states touch, Dawn?
In the corner.
As the bonus.
In the corner, Nevada.
I don't even know this. I do, but
I think it might be Nevada. New Mexico, Utah, and Arizona.
you got one wrong. That's a fucking great job. It's Arizona, Colorado.
Oh God!
Not
Why
Las Vegas.
do I do?
Las
oh.
Vegas is over, so it's Utah. It's
You mean
Utah,
Nevada?
Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona touch at the 4 corners. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
True. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now you can say goodbye to your fans, Dawn.
Bye.
All right, we'll be back in about 5-6 minutes. We're going to have everyone at the table, and we're going to get to know everyone just a little bit more personally before we get to close the night out with Treason Woods one more time. Be back in just a few minutes. Thank you all for listening to Big and Bigger episode number 207. Thank you to Dawn for being such a good sport every week. We love you, baby. And we'll be back in just a few minutes with Treason Woods and
Hey, shout out real
the
quick
Couch
to
Fest.
Aaron King, the co-host, one of the co-hosts of Irish Music Cafe, listening to Dearborn tonight.
Is he?
Yep.
Hey.
And we're gonna the people from Couch Fest are going to be talking with us too. We're going to get to know them just a little bit better, and we're going to find out a little bit more about Couch Fest. Also, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Big and Bigger episode number 207.
Yay! Look at me go.
You need another one of these, buddy.
That was awesome.
It's hard to say if I can take what's on my plate like a bitter taste. Wishing this all would just go away. Or maybe it's my fault for taking chances on these dreams. Maybe it's the child inside that's tearing at the seams. I've been waiting for a long time to feel what it's like to have a good life. I'll be dancing in the moonlight and find me safely on the other side. I may not pray, though I believe in what I play. See it starting to fade. For some other reasons I can't say. Standing here in silence while this world around you screams. There's a little light left in those eyes. Won't you tell me what this means? I've been waiting for a long time to feel what it's like to have a good life. I'll be dancing in the moonlight and find me safely on the other side. If it takes me all night, I'll keep on searching for the good life. And soon it'll be just fine. Keep me searching for the good life.
Hi, everybody. This is Frank Turner for the K Radio app for iPhone and Android mobile devices, sponsored by McNose Cafe. The K Radio app is free, easy to download from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store, and it's the best way to listen to all your favorite hosts and programs on KRadioBroadcasting.com. Don't be chained to your desktop or trying to open a browser window on your smartphone while you're driving down the road. Get the Cave Radio app and put the power of everything you love about Cave Radio at your fingertips. With the Cave Radio app for iPhone and Android, you can listen to live shows, catch up on your favorite podcasts, and connect with our great sponsors like McNose Cafe. It's like carrying everybody from Cave Radio around in your pocket without having to worry about what we're doing in there. If you know what I mean. Get the Cave Radio app today. One word, Cave Radio. CAVERADIO. The Cave Radio app for iPhone and Android. Get it now.
Are you ready? Bow to the madness.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Big and Bigger here on Cave Radio Broadcasting, www.crbradio.com. This is episode number 207 of Big and Bigger. We want to thank everyone for joining in. We want to thank Brandon Perkins for calling in earlier and talking about Summer Bash, Hip Tuck and Rumble, the Haberdasher, the Gasoline Gypsies, and the Native Howl, all from Michigan. And I didn't write down the Indiana bands because, frankly, we care about Michigan.
Hell yeah.
I'm just kidding. We want everybody.
We care
I'm just
about
kidding, Brandon.
everybody.
Brandon, I'm just joking. We want you to send us some Indiana bands. And thank you for telling us about the one band, Papa Squat. I am definitely getting a hold of them guys to talk about, at least send us some music to play here on Big and Bigger. So check that out. It's July 13th in, what the hell is the name of that town?
So what?
Boomtown.
Boomstown.
Bogstown.
Yeah.
Dude, you're good. Bogstown,
Young
Indiana.
memory.
$20, 18 tickets left to get into the place. There's going to be over close to 400 people there.
Might be scalpers, so
it might be.
ticket prices will go up.
We got Danny, Tim, and Taylor from Couch Fest, the third annual Couch Fest, July 13th. Also July 13th at Nike Park in Newport, Michigan. How many bands?
11. Yeah.
11 bands, and then a bunch of artists. How many artists? Bunch.
Like 15.
Okay, and they're going to be selling all their wares, including their shit that they have. 6 pounds of shit
Once
for
again.
$14.
Coming fully loaded.
And then we got Treason Woods from Port Huron hanging out with us, and like I said, we're gonna get to know you guys just a little bit better. Some of these questions are gonna make you think. So put your thinking hats on, and not like really think, but you know.
Yep.
I'm gonna try not to do that all day.
All right, here we
Smoked
go.
way too much weed today to
The
have
very
to think.
first question, we like to kind of break the ice and ask this question off the bat. And the question is to Brian first. If you could bang any cartoon character, which cartoon character would you bang? I know, it's hard.
Dumb shit with Brian.
This is going to go all the way around the table, so
Yeah, so
start
every-
thinking
already
about
thinking
your
my
answers
answer.
now.
This is a thinker.
We all have the same question.
You picked the wrong
Honestly, I
seat.
think the first image that popped in my head was cartoon characters was
Bugs Bunny. and
Bugs
Fred.
Bunny dressed as a woman.
It's a number two answer.
Yeah, that's exactly
No
what
joke.
popped in my head.
100. I'm not lying.
It is.
Tail.
It's our.
It is.
That's our number 2 answer.
Yep.
It's our number
It
2
is.
answer. It
Isn't
is.
that crazy?
Peaches, what about you?
Well, because I had a little bit more time to think, I was like, okay, let's think about this. I was going to say Johnny Bravo.
Oh, fucking remote.
That's mine.
My answer.
That's awesome.
Yep, Johnny Bravo. Has,
Whoa.
Yeah, that's mine.
All right,
I like it. I like it a lot.
All right.
I went straight to the first and only cartoon porn I saw, and that was Fritz the Cat.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
cartoon porn, huh?
Hey,
never
Pappy
seen that
Le
movie?
Pew, too.
All right, Tim, what about you?
I'd be the Pixar lamp that stomps out that eye.
It is.
No, not-
It's cute, but it's a baby.
What cartoon do you want to be? Who do you want to bang? Which
to bang a
cartoon
lamp.
You wanna
character
bang
do
a
you
Like to
lamp?
have
You want
sex
to
with.
bang the lamp?
He looks like a cute little lamp.
Keeps the light on.
Taylor, what about
Gives
you?
me
If
the
you could
light
bang
of
any
life.
cartoon character, which cartoon character would you bang?
I kind of like Timmy Turner's dad and Fairly Odd Parents.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
like some
right.
proper.
Deep
know
with
what?
that
I
one.
Proper
do- you
takes
know,
that
he's-
belt off and whips you.
And he's kind of dumb.
Dad.
And he's kind of dumb.
You're grounded.
It's like you could, yeah.
Like, that's a positive thing.
It is a positive
All right,
thing
Katie,
when
what
it
about
comes
you?
to banging.
Okay, but like before I answer that, Bugs Bunny dressed as a lady, isn't there like Lola Bunny?
Yeah,
Lola Bunny.
That's
Yeah, Lola
different,
Bunny.
though.
It's different.
Is there?
Bugs
Well,
Yes.
Why not?
Well, because Lola's a
Bugs-
kid, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Not in Space Jam, no.
Well,
She wasn't. I don't know.
No. Jessica Rabbit.
That's
number
the number
one.
one.
Yeah, I was gonna, that was my
That's
first
what I
thing.
thought.
Number one,
Jessica
number
Rabbit.
two.
That's what
That's
it
the
is.
number
funny,
number one
isn't
and
it?
number two were both said. That's pretty great. All right. It's funny that you said
Nick Bainin also said, "What up, fellas?"
What up?
Jessica Rabbit.
Nick Bainin.
Yeah.
I was
Nick
gonna
Bainin,
say
fresh off.
Muriel.
I think he just got home. He's been touring all over the Midwest and the East Coast. He was the guitar player for the Marvin Gaye musical.
Oh.
It's I can't even. I'm drawing a blank on the name of the.
What's going on?
What's going? Is it?
I don't know. It's a
I-
good song.
Nick Bainin, let us know. Nick
Yeah.
Bainin, let us know. He toured all over the country as the guitar player for that, and ended up throwing a couple tickets to me and my daughter, so I took my daughter to see it, and it was fucking great. And it goes through the whole life of Marvin Gaye from when he first started out at Motown all the way through his being killed by his father. So, yeah, Nick Bain, big props. 2 bands, Treason Woods gets to play their dream show. You get to pick the 2 bands that you play with, and you get to pick the venue. Catch is, these bands can be dead or alive. Past or present. Which 2 bands, what is it? 2 bands that you'd want to play with plus the venue, Brian. Like I said, this is going to make you think. You know what? We'll start with Heather, because we put Brian on the spot.
I mean, it's already there.
Okay.
Clutch and Ween at St. Andrews.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree with St. Andrews.
Okay.
Would love to play it.
And then, Peaches, what about you?
I would say I'm going to agree with St. Andrews and Clutch, but then I'm going to go with the Beatles.
Okay. Great. All right. Brian?
You know, they sing that song, what's it called, Dawn? That they sing?
Yesterday.
No, you know the one
Little
from-
Submarine.
What?
Little Submarine.
No, not Little Submarine.
Yellow.
Polka dot bikini. Yellow submarine.
Polka dot
Yellow what?
Submarine.
Peaches, I'm sorry. It was Brian's turn. Brian. 2 bands, dead or alive, and the venue that you guys are going to be playing the show at.
You're an asshole, Alan.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
We're not talking about you, Brian.
I would say. I'm putting too much thought into
It's a tough question.
Yeah, there is no right or wrong answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Although halfway home you will be like, I should have said this. Yeah.
Yeah, Deftones is one for sure. The other one I was thinking was Slayer. No. Now I'm drawing a blank on that.
Peter Frampton.
No, it was another band, but now it's slipped away.
It's not, what
What
Perfect
venue?
Circle. Perfect Circle.
No.
Pussycat Dolls.
St. Andrews is probably
I like
a
that
good one. I
giggle.
really like. That's my favorite venue I've been to so far around here.
Okay. It doesn't have to be around here. It can be anywhere.
He's from Virginia.
Well,
though.
yeah.
Oh, you're from Virginia.
Every other venue sucked.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, Jesus. Way to go,
I
Al.
was using this thing. I'll clean it. I'll clean it up.
What are you going to clean it up with?
I'm going to go get a
Oh,
towel.
okay.
Relax.
Thought you was going to be like... like your...
No, not in front of all these people.
Maybe later. All right. Well, you guys are in a band.
Well, he's wearing a towel.
You guys are in a band, and your name, the name of the band is
Age of Hysteria.
Age of Hysteria. So, if Age of Hysteria could open up or play with any 2 bands, what venue would you want us to be at, and what bands would you play with?
Our answer's probably
No,
gonna
not
be different.
our.
Yeah, you can each pick a different.
Each, if you pick your own.
I'd say probably St. Andrews.
Okay.
I mean, that's a good venue. Age of Hysteria. I don't know. It'd be King Crimson, maybe.
They don't have to be like bands. They can just the fucking
whatever. It could be
you want.
the
I know. I'm trying
Detroit
to
Symphony Orchestra playing with it. You know?
Treason Woods if you wanted to.
Yeah, exactly. Treason Woods.
All right, if you were on a ticket with 2 other bands,
and I would cream myself.
yes,
over this.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be King Crimson and Bad Brains.
Okay. And that's St. Andrews.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Taylor, you're in the band too, right?
Yeah, the
All
same band, Age of Hysteria. Soundgarden and Insane Clown Posse.
Wow. Okay.
I would like to go to that show.
Yeah.
Where are you playing at, and when are tickets available?
I saw like the Foo Fighters play at some like the Pentagon or something recently.
Oh yeah, the place
so
in Greece.
there,
In
that'd
Greece,
be really
Pantheon,
cool.
yeah. That'd be sweet. All right, cool.
You know.
All right. Danny, what about you? Are you in a band?
No, I'm not.
All right, then this
Right.
question, you don't answer this
If you
question.
could sit on a couch with 2 other bands.
Okay, I wanted to. I had
All
an
right, so how
answer.
about this? If you could pick 2 bands at Couch Fest,
Okay.
which 2 bands would you pick?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
Okay, Sid Barrett and Pink Floyd.
Okay.
When Sid Barrett was alive.
Okay.
And the Yardbirds.
Oh, old school. All right, at Couch Fest. All right.
Hell yeah.
If you could pick anyone to give your eulogy, you're dead. It doesn't really matter who's giving your eulogy because you're dead. But who would you want to give your eulogy? We're going to start with Brian. Come up on that. Come up on that mic.
Maynard.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Peaches.
Do they have to be alive?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, I would probably say Robin Williams.
That's how. That's ours. Yeah. Heather.
Nice.
Tori Amos.
Okay. Tim.
My brother Stephen Kennedy. Shout out to Stephen.
All right. Taylor.
I don't know. Can you come back to me?
Sure. Danny.
All right. Macho Man Randy Savage.
All
right.
Like
Nice.
the peak of his career.
Yeah, like.
too.
Oh
Danny.
With this hot chick on his side.
All right. Is it Queen Elizabeth or Sensational Sherry? I don't want
Definitely not Sensational Sherry.
That bitch was nasty. And I mean bitch with the utmost respect because she was a.
Yes.
Yeah, that. Taylor, we're back.
Batman.
Oh, like
which
Michael
Batman,
Keaton Batman, Ben
Christian
Affleck
Bale
Batman,
Batman?
or Christian Bale? Christian
Oh,
Bale.
yeah.
like-
Batman Dad.
Batman Dad, yes.
That guy's so cool.
That dad
Dad
is
man.
awesome.
That guy's so cool. I like it. All right. Would you rather? We're going to start down here with Danny. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
One horse
Hand-to-hand
duck.
combat.
Hand-to-hand combat. One horse-sized duck?
horse-sized duck, yes.
Wow.
Well,
Tame
because
it.
I could tame it.
All right, you
I'd
could.
be able
You
to tame
think?
it. I don't
You
want
ever
to
fucking
stomp.
saw
I
a
don't want
duck?
to stomp on a bunch of
This
horses.
is a fight to the death.
Oh, I'm killing a duck-sized horse.
Okay. All right. No,
100%.
a horse-sized duck.
Or a horse-sized duck.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
It's a duck-sized horse. That's 100 of them.
100 of them.
All right, Taylor.
One.
One horse-sized duck or 100 horse, right?
Duck-sized
Duck-sized
horses.
horse. You got me confused.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Danny?
I don't know. It's a lot of duck-sized horses.
I don't know.
One mouse-sized pigeon.
One seems.
Are they full-size ducks? Are they ducklings? I mean, what kind
No,
of
they're
ducks?
Yeah,
are
it's
they?
a, it's
They're
a
just-
mallard.
they're ducks.
Pretty big,
It's a large
so-
mallard.
Coming at you with
Hey, look at all the ducks. That.
Yeah, I'll go with the horse-sized duck. I feel
Horse-sized
that's
duck?
more manageable. Just one target, you know.
It's manlier. Horse-sized duck.
I don't know, man.
Dude, they can come
Fucking
in
ducks
from
are
like
badass,
angles
dude.
and shit.
Yeah, it
that's
could
what I'm
fly.
Tim, what
too.
about you?
I'm gonna go with the one horse-sized duck because, like, you could be having a bad day. Could have gotten up late, didn't eat his Wheaties, didn't get his cup of coffee. He's like off. You know, you only have one mind to deal with.
He's relating. He's relating.
I see flaws.
I'll still take it over the 100.
The duck.
Heather, what about you? What are you going to fight? Come up on that mic.
I'm gonna fight the little guys.
The little guys?
You know?
Yeah. Duck
Come up
size
with a
horses?
plan.
Yeah.
Trap them.
Yeah.
You know.
You can like, jump on a car and wait
Take
for
my
a
dog
second.
with me.
Yeah.
Wrestle
You
him
know.
up.
Okay. Peaches.
Well,
I'm
I'm going to lose either
herding
way.
them.
So I would, but I'm going to go with the 100 horse size or
You'd
duck
rather be
size
eaten
horses.
to death by a bunch of tiny little bites.
Yeah.
So a little horse.
Yeah, 100 of those. Yeah.
100 of them.
I mean,
Do
I'm
horses
going to
eat
die
people?
anyway.
Right.
It's not gonna be
I feel I would
I'm
too.
not going to
I
make
feel
it.
I would too.
I'm
You
just
gotta
not
have
going to
some
make
good
it.
kicking form to beat.
And
the
I feel like
100.
horses are nicer than ducks, so I think it would probably work out a little
I
better
think
too.
that's true.
It's
Brian,
still-
what
it's
about
a
you?
fight.
What are you doing?
Still a fight.
Yeah, that was my
The horse-sized duck.
definitely
Duck-sized
no
horses?
the duck-sized horses.
Duck-sized horses?
I like how we both did.
Yeah, you
They
guys
all
all
did
did.
one, and we
Uh-huh.
all did
Are
100.
you guys in a band or something?
Well, the funny thing is, you guys probably never even heard of the video game Joust, have you? Yeah, exactly.
Right.
All of us have. So when I see that, I'm like, that's what I think of. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking ride that motherfucker, yeah, and start, strap a gun to him and start killing motherfuckers.
What, so there's a second horse-sized duck in the picture now?
So we could ride. I was not aware that riding the duck was an option. I guess.
It's not. It's a fight.
Yeah, it's a fight, but I could. Like,
The thing's you're gonna walk up
fucking
and it's gonna
Crocodile
go,
Dundee,
Well,
tame that
How
motherfucker.
about I fight
Wow.
the 100 duck-sized horses while
then fly
riding
up.
the
Ooh.
horse
Whip you with his
sized
See,
duck.
that's-
just stomping them with that big ass
Yeah.
duck feet.
I think
You know,
that
Flipper.
killing like 16 or 17 at a time. Just
All right, we got about 15, 20 minutes left, so I'm going to kind of start wrapping this up a little bit. if you guys could, if you're driving on a road trip and you got one CD, you can put in the CD player. What are you going to listen to?
Treason Woods.
Yeah, really? The whole fucking 6-hour trip?
Is this like the last road trip of your life?
So you're driving across country, so it's a
Long.
You got one CD. that you gotta keep
pretty
fucking
long
stuck
one.
in your CD player. What do you want it to be?
Yeah. It can't be an EP.
Stuck.
EPs are good,
This
but
has happened to me before.
has it?
A tape player.
Heather, what do you think?
I always liked driving to Portishead.
Oh heck yeah! Sorry.
I don't know what that is.
I had a dream about driving to Portishead one night. I don't know.
You should write a song about it.
Brian, what about you?
I probably did.
Probably.
Cowboys from Hell.
Nice.
Okay. Peaches?
I really
Treason
don't
Woods?
know.
Treason
I
Woods?
would probably say Treason Woods just because there's not a lot of crap I can listen to for a long
Okay.
period.
Tim, what about you?
Like one CD, it'd be a compilation probably. I mean, because you get like 20, 25 tracks on there.
mixtape.
But,
Yeah, or,
like,
mixtapes an
maybe
option
Neil-
because I totally would pick a mixtape.
No, but a
You-
compilation
yeah.
is
Like a
that's
soundtrack?
pre-made. Yeah,
Or
like a
count-
soundtrack or like a certain
Greatest
record
hits.
label.
Oh, yeah,
release,
yeah.
Like
I
a
see.
15th
I
song
got you.
compilation.
Now,
Yeah.
Neil
Oh,
Neil
like
Young's
now.
greatest hits.
Okay.
I feel like going cross country, like the back roads. That'd be
Okay. Taylor,
soundtrack.
what about you?
Totally Dark Side of the Moon.
Okay.
Just the whole way.
Danny?
Ooh, I don't know either. I thought about this a lot.
Then you should fucking know.
Yeah, yeah, but there's a lot of good music out there.
say he came to a conclusion.
It would probably be just like Backstreet Boys. Just like what was the one song on
the
the
fuck
one
out of
album?
Dude, you want it this way.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
You know.
You don't have to leave.
just
Eventually you do, but it's not right now.
Yeah. But
We had, on Just Roll With It, we had our favorite boy band was one of the questions. We did the 10 questions or whatever. What's your favorite boy band?
Ooh, that's hard. 'Cause
I didn't
don't
like any boy band. Yeah.
No?
I really didn't
So
either.
you gotta, there's kind of a little bit of a loophole. New Edition was mine. I liked R&B. New Edition was a boy band.
Yeah, I didn't like
It was before. You didn't like New Edition? You didn't like the Jackson 5?
Yeah, I was about to say.
New Edition had Bobby Brown and Velvet DeVoe and
Yeah, they're all boy
That's where they
bands.
came from.
I mean,
I guess.
what was your favorite
One
boy
song.
band?
I'll say
I don't
I guess-
really
I
have
guess the
one.
Four Tops
But
was
the
also a
whole.
boy
I
band.
guess the Four Tops, probably. The
I don't
Temptations,
think
they were.
any of that
Jackson
classifies
5.
as
They didn't
boy
play
band. I
instruments.
They
think
were, though.
New
They were the
Edition
original.
did- No, but
Yeah.
that's like
How about the
saying-
Jackson 5?
That's-
Yeah, what
I
about,
think the
what about
Jackson
the Beach Boys?
No, because it's an
No.
era-specific term, so I think you have to stick within the era.
I agree with
So,
you
like,
on
what's
that.
that from,
Just
the
like
90s?
grunge, you can't say that
They
All right,
didn't
sing
call
some
them
songs.
boy bands.
grunge only
And I'll tell you
covered
which
a
one
certain
was
period
best.
of time.
Say the Jonas Brothers.
We got a few minutes left before we. You know what? There's a
I mean,
couple
you
other.
could break into some Mr. Telephone Man if you want. If that's
Mr. Telephone Man. That thing was awesome. Or what was the other one?
Yeah, keep
Candy Girl.
yeah, oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know the rest of it, but I just know that. I do. I really do.
He's gonna go singing on karaoke.
He's gonna sing it on the way home. tonight.
I am going to do that. Hold on a second. I'm going to pull this out real quick. It's not my
his
dick.
dick.
Beat you to it.
Oh, it's
It's
purple.
all purple.
Hanging out.
You should probably
It looks like it's been quite used.
It's white on
It
the
is.
inside.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Who is the most overrated actor or actress? Your most. Oh, and it's a Dawn and Al. You've never been asked this
Tom
question.
Cruise. Thank you.
Boom. That was mine, too.
I hate Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Brian, what about you?
Yeah, that's a pretty good answer.
Yeah.
Actor or actress? What's your most overrated? Tim. Danny.
George Clooney.
Yes, also awesome answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I
he had
also
a
agree with
couple.
that one.
Yeah, good movies.
He had a
Well,
couple
they
good
all had a
movies.
couple good movies, but I mean,
I don't think Tom Cruise has.
you know.
Yeah, he had Legend.
I haven't seen it.
Well, I guess who's still
Really?
getting paid?
Legend.
Sorry.
Something
That's the
they're
one
not
you
I.
picked.
delivering.
That's one I pick.
Like Cocktail was good.
I am a Disney girl.
I
Sorry,
have
I like
seen
all that
Cocktail, but
fantasy
I
stuff.
didn't like
Okay.
it.
Taylor, what about
I
you?
just don't like
Most
Tom Cruise.
overrated actor or actress?
I gotta say that Tom Cruise was the first one that popped in my head.
Okay.
So.
Dawn.
I actually have two because
I
Tom
see it
Cruise
better.
also is there, but after somebody said it. But I don't like Brad Pitt at all.
Oh, dude.
Wow. Legends of Fall was great.
I don't like him. There's
Ow.
a couple movies, but
He's
not.
all bark, no bite.
I don't like
true.
Tom Hanks.
What?
I
don't
love
like
Tom Hanks.
I think it's a very unpopular opinion.
And I respect you, but
He doesn't like a lot of stuff that's pretty
And that's why I
amazing.
feel he's overrated. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Which band must go? I'm going to give you 3 bands.
Nickelback.
I think that's consensus.
Give me a second.
Hey,
Hold on.
too mainstream.
Give
I
me-
feel you.
One
I feel
band-
you.
have a lot of this
I got
in here.
some shit for a couple of these ones. So one band must go: Queen, The Who, or Pink Floyd.
What the? Where are they going? Are they going on a trip?
They're just going.
Will they be back?
Yeah, they've never existed. Which band must go? Queen, The Who, or Pink Floyd?
Oh.
We'll start with Danny. Danny.
The Who.
Yep.
Okay. Taylor.
I'm also the Who.
Okay. Tim.
It's the Who. Just
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Who?
I'm almost having to go there too, man.
Yeah, the Who.
Wow.
That sucks.
I'm gonna have to say Queen.
What?
What?
Of
I
the
think we need
3,
to break up.
it has. Yeah.
Okay.
Where are the
Al, what about
torches?
you?
I agree with the Who.
The Who. Dawn.
I agree with the Who.
The Who. Yeah.
Dawn agrees with the Who. Are
Brian
these
likes
people?
dark things. He doesn't really like the flashy
I do.
stuff.
Right.
Keith Moon. I'm a drummer. I mean,
Yeah. He's one of the greatest. All right.
Yeah.
Chicago, Journey, or REO Speedwagon.
Oh, dude.
We'll start with
Do
Big
we
Al.
say all
Game
3?
over.
Do we say all 3?
familiar.
One.
Chicago Journey or REO Speedwagon.
Okay. Dawn.
Oh, it's between REO Speedwagon and Chicago, but
Speed
REO.
who?
Dragon.
Speed Dragon.
Speed Dragon. I'm gonna say the Dragon.
I haven't heard of Speedwagon.
I
Danny.
do a lot of drugs.
I'm going to have to say Chicago.
Taylor.
Also Chicago.
Tim.
One of these has to go, or we choose one.
No, one of
No,
them
take
has
one.
to go.
One of them's got to go.
Out of those, yeah, Chicago. Sorry, guys.
Heather.
You got that one about numbers?
I mean, I agree.
I also agree with Chicago.
Chicago.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Okay. All right, and then Zeppelin, Sabbath, Bob Seger. I know they're nothing alike, but I had to
one
throw
of
that
these
in.
is
That
Yeah.
one's actually
Seeger.
pretty easy.
All day long, dude.
All day.
Al hates Seger.
Seeger.
One of these
Yeah.
has to go.
All you guys, Seger.
I say Seeger.
Yeah.
Get them off me.
I know it was.
Dude,
All right.
I'll be working
Get
on
him
these
off. Who
later.
said that?
You go back
He
to
said that was
your
funny.
teacher.
Get him off. All right, and then this is only 2 bands: Kiss or Metallica.
Oh,
Kiss.
geez,
Kiss.
that's- One has to go, right?
One's got to go.
Yeah, I would say Kiss. I would
Heather?
Yeah.
People are watching this.
I know.
You're influencing
I was
a
in
generation.
I'm gonna get yelled at when I go home.
Yeah.
Just kidding. He doesn't yell at me. He'll just
That was
give me that
convincing.
look.
No, I can't. I don't know you that well, so I won't say. Kiss or Metallica, Heather.
Metallica. You know why?
Tim?
Yeah, I won't tell you.
Tim.
I don't know why too bad.
Kiss.
Taylor.
Metallica, Detroit Rock City. No?
okay. Danny.
Can I get rid of like half and half?
And
Get them out of here.
make your own band.
Can we get rid of Lars at least?
But Kiss.
That's
Kiss.
why Metallica lost.
All right, and then the last one before we go to break
I'm
is.
saying Kiss too, by the way.
I thought I asked you. Didn't
No,
I
I hate Kiss.
I'm sorry, Don. What about you? Kiss or Metallica?
Totally Kiss.
Okay,
The whole air
I think
guitar
Kiss is the
strings
most
on
overrated
sale
band
is
ever.
too
I
good.
agree.
Kiss is the most overrated band ever created in the face of this earth. But the fuckers sell air guitar strings and make fucking money.
In Vegas, I've seen
Air guitar strings.
it. I've
It's
seen
an empty
it.
bag.
It's an
I've
empty
seen it.
fucking bag, dude. They make $5.
It's true.
He's very passionate about it.
I know. It's true though. They do.
fucking
I was like,
the most amazing thing ever, dude.
I need to Google how much they
It's
make.
genius.
It's just
I
like
know,
these
agree.
are my babies right here.
It's genius.
It's fucking ridiculous, but
I
it's
wonder-
awesome.
Just like
wonder how
Gene
many
Simmons,
people-
like shit into a fart into a bag.
Yeah, exactly. This is my farts. You know, oh my god, it's just
I wonder how
my
many people take them home and like pretend to like
Yeah, strap them on their
strap
fucking
that-
air
their
guitar.
and like restring it. Like,
All right, and then the last question. I asked this to every band guest that's ever been on. Well, not ever, but most of them.
Would
3
you
people.
fuck me?
Yeah, that's every week. I lead myself into it every week.
Fuck me.
3 people, dead or alive, you'd want to have drinks with. Hold on to that for 1 second. Think about it. Don't listen to me talk.
I was going to say, tune him out for the next
Tune me
30
out for the next 30
Everybody-
seconds. Think about it. 3 people, dead or alive, you'd want to have drinks with. Next week, we have
crabs.
Yeah,
No,
we
we
have
don't.
the Haberdasher from Port Huron coming
Yep.
in and hanging out with us. We also have Avon and Missy Campo coming in. Avon is an amazing little 12-year-old artist who likes to present the What the Fuck Awards at the Bohemians each and every year. July 14th, we have Reckless Revival. The 21st, we have Casting Shadows, another Port Huron band who's been in here twice. You had to drive up to Port Huron to give them their banner back.
Well, I was out there. Luckily,
Right.
they left it on
their
the
banner here.
on the ground behind the building as they were loading up to leave. And the next day, I was here running another show. I'm like, what the fuck is this box right here? And I pulled the banner out and Casting Shadows. So I got a hold of Jeff and I said, well, luckily I'll be in Fort Gratiot tomorrow for work. So we met up. And
What is
I
that,
gave him
North Port Huron?
Yeah, the North End.
The 28th, we got Hip Tuck and Rumble, another Port Huron band. August 4th, Blackmail. August 11th, The Eclectic, which is Elena Day's new band, which she's adopted to Port Huron. She's dating Rob from the Haberdasher. And August 18th and 25th, we have open right now, waiting on the announcement for Arts, Beats, and Eats to come out to get a couple of those bands in here. We're off on Labor Day. And then we come back with a full head of steam. We got Crimson Eyed Orchestra and Nick Punti and the Complicated Men going to be hanging out with us. So, and then we're booking October and November also starting here very shortly. So if you got a band out there, and one of these bands is probably going to be on there, the Port Huron bands that we're given, and maybe your guys' band if you're lucky.
You know,
I'm kidding.
Elsie
I'm
Binks.
kidding.
What's
Oh yeah, we've had them in
them.
here a bunch of times.
Yep.
Yeah, those guys are great.
Yeah.
We're friends with Kevin. Kevin's a great
Oh,
dude.
right on, yeah.
Was that where you guys record?
No, we actually
We played with them.
We played with them at the Harsons. There was a
Harson's Island.
Christmas
rock
thing,
and
yeah.
rap.
Okay.
And
fundraiser.
he actually wanted. There was a
He
song
wanted
that
to
he
do
kind of wanted
our
to produce.
Unraveled song. He wants to do a music video. For his,
Very cool.
he's got
Great
it all.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
really
people.
cool.
Fun, awesome.
So, all right. 3 people, dead or alive, you'd want to have drinks with. Brian, who are you going to give us?
I honestly, I don't have any idea.
Are you kidding me?
He was listening.
You
to
listened
you.
to me,
There's
didn't you?
like,
He was listening.
there's, I have to will it down to 3 people. There's like,
You're still going to get a ride home tonight, all right? You're still going to make it people back?
I don't know. Einstein, I think.
When we come back.
Jack Nicholson.
There you go.
And
You can't handle the truth.
Jim Morrison.
Okay. Peaches.
Well, I didn't go this deep with Einstein with it. Like Robin Williams, Anna Kendrick, and Tina Fey.
Okay.
I was going with Jack Black.
Oh, that's a good one.
yes.
John Cusack.
Oh, that's a good.
And actually Joan Cusack.
I want to come to her.
There you go.
dinner.
Full party.
The whole family.
Yeah.
I like both. The Cusacks are,
Yes.
they're great. Like John Cusack, he's like, I don't want to say he's my favorite actor, but he's like top
He's- yeah,
3.
for
right?
sure.
Yep.
High
Favorite
Fidelity
actor.
is like
He definitely
probably
pulls
my
off so
favorite
many
movie.
different kinds
Yeah,
of
he
movies,
pulls it
like,
off.
He can
He's
pull
good.
everything off.
He hasn't been in a movie in a while though.
He did a couple of stinkers. Like what
does
was
a
it,
lot
like
of straight
What was that
video
one where
stuff
he
now?
fucking
Yeah.
started walking, like he had to walk around for the rest of his life as a fucking, was this the last one he did that I saw? It was the stupidest movie ever. Man.
War Incorporated, I think, was the one he did.
That
where he
wasn't
was like-
bad.
yeah, he was, but it was like a stinker at the box.
I think that was a
office.
follow-up to Grosse Point Blank. Like a sneaky follow-up. Kind of like
Grosse Point Blank. Which one's
Grosse
that?
Point Blank was
Oh,
the
that's
one
a
where he's
great
here in
one.
Grosse Point, and he comes to his class reunion, and there's that English chick that's the radio DJ.
Yeah.
Dan
Yeah.
Aykroyd's like the
Driver.
other hitman.
Okay,
Yeah.
I remember that one.
I love that movie.
That's a
great.
great
it's
one.
a good.
But there's another one that's like that. That's like a sneaky kind of
What's that one that we watched?
follow up to another movie, and I can't remember what it is. Tim, what about you? 3 people, dead or alive, you want to have drinks with?
Jack Black.
You don't
Well,
know.
you
You
can take
can,
them
you
too.
can have the same people. I
You guys
don't-
have different
We
appointment
don't-
We
times.
can't share.
It's a big
We
party.
can't share.
It's not the same
I'd go
chill
with
mode.
Okay,
You're
so
not going to get herpes or gonorrhea if you fucking hang with Jack Black, you know.
You get them all to yourself.
Well, maybe it depends on
sound
what
like
you
the
do. with
night
them.
I'm trying to have. But all right,
Identity.
Chris Farley.
That's it.
I'd say
Identity.
Chris
Yeah.
Farley. Gonna hate me. Post Malone.
You know what?
I think he'd be a
He's
fun guy to
growing on
drink
me.
with.
He's growing on
I
me.
think he'd be a fun guy to drink
Like
with.
fucking the herpes that are growing on him.
I was gonna say, I think he's
Whatever
growing
the
on
fuck
him.
is growing on his face. Yeah.
Just don't go to his concert.
So I watch a
Is this an outdoor
a
thing
I
that
watch
they
a
can see?
podcast. Yeah, I don't want to smell him. I watch a.
He looks like the 0.01% of germs that Lysol doesn't kill.
I agree.
I watch a podcast called Hot Ones where the interviewer fucking eats barbecue wing or hot wings and of ups. You know, it goes like
Sean
from
Evans,
it goes from like 15,000 Scoville to like 1 million Scoville on the things. And he interviewed Post Malone, and I was like, this cat's pretty cool, man. He's got. But if you listen to him, dude, the guy's got chops, man. He's good.
Have you seen him cover he covered
Bob Dylan? The Bob Dylan.
also
covers.
he covered like Alice in Chains and Rage Against the Machine.
Dude, the
too.
guy's good, man.
He is.
He's
So-
fucking ugly as fuck, and
He is.
like you said, smells like whatever you just said. But
My cousin said, as bad as I feel about how I look, at least I don't look as bad as Post Malone.
Taylor, 3 people dead or alive you'd want to have drinks with.
I was thinking like Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
Robert Fripp might be kind of cool, and then Chuck Norris might be kind of extreme.
Nice.
Extreme, for sure.
Do
Danny.
some sit-ups.
Shaquille O'Neal, Steve Nash, and Big Ben Wallace.
Wow, basketball. I would not.
I
think you were
bet
a
they would
basketball
be
fan.
funny and drunk.
Yeah.
Shaq would be sweet, dude. Shaq
would be
I
funny.
think Shaq don't like him and Charles Barkley are the greatest comedian team ever.
Yeah.
That aren't really
Yeah,
a comedian team. You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
So, all right, real quick, Couch Fest. Tell us a little bit more about Couch Fest. When is it? How do we get there? How much are we going to pay?
Okay.
All that stuff.
Yeah, July 13th, Saturday. It's $3. You just pay when you get there. You know, $3 admission. From here, 96 to 275, 275 to Telegraph. Go right up to Newport Road. It's right down Newport Road, Nike Park, big sign. You'll see it. You know, it's in the middle of woods and everything. It's sweet. It's going to be a great time.
Yep. Bring
How much to get in?
$3.
$3, and you got artists and bands.
Yep.
And food.
Food.
And food. Oh, you got most importantly food. Is there going to be beer?
You can bring your own. I won't tell anybody.
So there's no beer.
No beer.
That's what I was
We
told.
don't have a license.
Yeah, we can't
I'm fucking
endorse
with you
that.
guys. I know how we know how that goes.
Yeah.
All right, Treason Woods. Where can we find your music? What's your next couple shows? And did you guys have a good time?
Oh, well, we had a great time.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. This was awesome. Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play.
Treason Woods, TreasonWoods. Treason
Yes.
Woods.
We're also on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff, too.
All that stuff.
Our next show is actually
Not till what? September?
But that might change in the process. There might be more
Oh,
to
yeah,
show up.
for
But
sure.
right now, our next show is the first Saturday in September. For which
Blue
No,
Chili-
it's
Blue
September
Chili Grass?
1st.
September 1st.
Chili Fest?
The Chili Fest.
Blue Chili Fest.
Come to Couch Fest.
Yeah.
I mean, we already got it all booked up, but you guys can stay.
Yeah, we might do that.
Listen.
So,
Yeah.
there was something I was going to say, and I can't remember what the fuck it was now. Oh, when
fat.
you do have, when you do have something come up, send me or Al or Dawn a message, and we'll make sure we get it
We
out there
will,
for
for
you
sure.
guys.
Thanks.
And you guys as well. And we'll be talking off air.
Sure.
All right. Sure. All right, you guys ready to play?
Yeah.
Sure. All right, cool. Give us 3 minutes. We'll be back in 3 minutes. 4 minutes. This song last week, New Day Revolution, they had their CD release party yesterday at the Sanctuary in Hamtramck. Looked like it was a badass success. Here's their song, which they released a video to, Who's Your God? You're listening to Big and Bigger, episode number 207, right here on Cave Radio Broadcasting.
Hey, want to get up here?
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to Big and Bigger here on Cave Radio Broadcasting, www.crbradio.com. Episode number 207. We want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in tonight. We had a bunch of you guys, and I want to thank you all for commenting on the live videos, helping participate with Dumb Shit with Dawn, and just hanging out with us in general, supporting local music, because that's what we do here at Cave Radio and Big and Bigger. Like I said, episode number 207, we got the Haberdasher from Port Huron coming in next week. Avon and Missy Campow coming in and hanging out with us. It's going to be a great time. But I want to thank the three participants of Couch Fest, Danny, Tim, and Taylor, for coming out and talking about that. The third annual, July 13th at Nike Park in Newport, Michigan. I think they said 11 bands and a bunch of artists that are going to be there. It's going to be a good time. Also on July 13th in Indiana, the Summer Bash with 4 amazing local bands, Native Howl, the Gasoline Gypsies, Hip Tuck and Rumble, and the Haberdasher are all going to be down there. $20, all you can eat, all you can drink, and camping. That sounds like fucking ridiculous. And for all those bands, there's 7 bands in total. 3 bands are from Indiana, 4 bands from Michigan. And there's only 18 spots left, so make sure you go to the website. The website, if you go to the Facebook Live page on the Cave Radio thing, there's a link there. I think it's like summerbashindiana.com or something like that. But just Google Summer Bash and it'll come up. But we have a band all the way from Port Huron coming down. You guys had a great time, eh? Oh, yeah. Good time. So tell everyone about us up in Port Huron, the ones that haven't heard of us. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time on Big and Bigger, episode number 207 in the Cave Radio Studios, Treason Wood.
that is my other half. Wake me up when it's over, my soul needs to sleep. Times of my life, unraveling tragedies, beautiful, dysfunctional, deceptively cold. Wake me up when it's over, if you wake me at all. Wake me up when it's over, my soul needs to sleep. Times of my life, unraveling tragedies, beautiful, dysfunctional, deceptively cold. Wake me up when it's over, if you wake me at all.
All right, ladies and
First
gentlemen,
song we ever
Treason
wrote as a
Wood.
band.
Yeah?
Yeah, we wrote the. Him and I wrote the lyrics, and she wrote the music.
Very cool. All right, Treason Woods, one more, right?
Yeah, we
All
have
right,
one more for
we
you.
got one more. Treason
And
Woods.
this
all
is
the-
actually one of Avon Campo's favorite songs. Yes.
Oh, the WTF.
Yeah,
Very
he
cool.
requested this.
All right, we can't wait for Avon to be here next week. Be back.
Hanging out and laughing with her friends. Well, now she's singing up on stage with her friends. A man walks by and throws her a smile. What the fuck was she thinking? Where did she go? What the fuck was she thinking? No one knows. weiter sein with our forest. Oh, Bolivia swallows her mind with our forest. Blank stares and questions, reactions delayed. What the fuck was she thinking? Where did she go? What the fuck was she thinking? No one knows.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Treason Woods, Port Huron. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Again, thank you to everyone that came, the three from Couch Fest that were here, Brandon Perkins for calling in and hanging out with us, everyone that listened, whether it via Facebook or Twitter or whatever you listened to tonight. Thank you for tuning in and listening and hanging out with us. Next week, Avon Campow, Missy Campow, and the Haberdasher are going to be in here hanging out with us. Stay tuned. Episode number 208 coming at you next week. We're out of here.
Bye.
Peace. Hold on, man. Yeah, we'll be out here in a minute. Hold on. Oh, yeah. This
Or
one.
not.
For Al.
Ladies. But fellas, listen closely. You don't always have to fuck her hard. In fact, sometimes that's not right to do. Sometimes you got to make some love and fucking give her some smooches too. Sometimes you got to squeeze. Sometimes you got to say please. Sometimes you got to say, hey, I'm gonna fuck you softly. I'm gonna screw you gently. I'm gonna hump you sweetly. I'm gonna ball you discreetly. And then you say, hey, I brought you flowers. And then you say, wait a minute, Sally, I think I got something in my teeth. Could you get it out for me? That's fucking teamwork. What's your favorite position? That's cool with me. It's not my favorite, but I'll do it for you. What's your favorite dish? I'm not gonna cook it, but I'll order it from Zanzibar. And then I'm gonna love you completely. And then I'll fucking fuck you discreetly. And then I'll fucking bone you completely. But then I'm gonna fuck you
Bye, camera.